it play and call it work.
Hey everybody, Matthew here from MiniWarGaming.com, and welcome to the next episode of Heroes of Harinburg, our Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition campaign. I'm, of course, joined by our prestigious panel of players, our PPP, as you might want to call them. Just call them the PPPs from now on.
Pips.
No, the PPPs. The PPPs.
Yes.
For all you little kids out there, now you got something to say that your parents can't tell you not to say. But Matthew at MiniWarGaming said I could say PPP. I'm a little tired today, so I might be a little crazier than usual. As usual, we got Steve and Vito on the one side, and we got Jeremy and Cullen on the other side. And we are going to be playing some Dungeons & Dragons. Before we get started, though, some announcements. As usual, tabletopaudio.com and Sirenscape, not Sirenscape, Sirenscape. You guys are awesome. They provide wonderful audio, music, and sound effects for your role-playing experience, and we are using them with permission on our show, so you can check them out. Make sure to put links in the description below if you're watching this on YouTube. I know our schedule's a little messed up. We're filming this on a Friday, which means you're not going to see this on YouTube till next week, not on a Friday. And next week we're not going to be playing because I'm on vacation. But then the week after that we should be back to our normal Tuesday schedule for the remainder of the season, which I'm actually I don't know, without spoilers, we're getting close to. We're getting close to the end. So I don't like to say exactly how long because that can really tell you the pace, but we're getting there. We're getting there. We're pushing Fringe Act 3 right now. If you want to really try to divide it up that way. And yeah, I don't think I have any other announcements. Anything else? Anybody?
No, I don't think so. I'll try to get this out Monday or Tuesday.
Yeah, probably by the time it's ready to go. Okay, well, let's pick up where we left off. You can see the picture now. That's who you find. Yeah, I use a different miniature.
No. Nasty.
Nasty. And I don't have a pen.
Skin flakes.
Do you have a pen? I just realized I don't have one. That's a pencil.
Is it that big a deal?
Elitist.
Do you want my pencil done, Matt?
Well, what are you going to use?
I can get you
Extra.
a purple
Did you take my
Sharpie
pencil?
marker.
No, I
Where's
need
my
it.
pencil?
Like it's a fine tip.
Why are we all
Sharpie.
I had a
missing
pencil.
pencils and pens? We are so prepared.
Was your
Hey,
turn
Rob.
to do the pencils?
Can you just go get some pens and pencils, please? Yep. All right, so we'll just continue. I just won't write anything down, I guess. You can keep your pencil, man. It's all right. I don't need it yet.
I didn't bring any lead.
It's empty. Okay. Wow. So last time on Heroes of Harinburg, we were exploring the city of Dunye-Glunye. I don't know why that's so hard for people to say.
I kind of like oingy boingy.
Oingy boingy.
Dunja Glunja.
Dunye-Glunye. Everybody with me. Dunye-Glunye.
Kuna Matata.
Hakuna Matata. And you found various baubles, little crystal ball thingies that when you touch them, you get pulled into some weird place and had to figure it out. We had our first character
Who did
death.
that? You're welcome.
What can you say?
Just to save his familiar.
My owl.
It was in the wherever it was.
Who?
Could have been trapped there forever.
Randy.
Who?
Randy.
Who?
Randy!
We did have our first character death.
What?
Yeah,
Wait,
which
what?
was
And our first character resurrection.
And our first character revivification.
Oh, I was going to say, like, 3. I deny everything.
But yeah. All the will of Kalina, clearly. And then at the very end, you got to fight not one, but 2 Medusa. Well, it's technically the same Medusa, but like old version, new version.
Time travel confirmed.
Yes, and you had a crazy fight with a undead Medusa. And literally, we ended the other episode with the final blow. Who did the final blow to her?
Probably me.
Likely not the case.
I think it was me.
Either way, the Medusa
you?
went down.
I'll take credit.
Was it actually you?
It was.
Well,
Oh yeah, you were just like pow, 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 pow. So it's probably one of your many.
shotgunning his broom.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think at the end it was Rin and I just like, don't die, don't die, don't die,
That
don't
was
die.
Terminator.
Yeah. Yeah.
Liver
And so you
action.
literally as we speak right now, the undead Medusa is falling over. Boom. And she is dead. So you find yourself in the main like the hallway of this temple. You can see that there are exits that lead you to other parts of the temple. There's stairways on either side that lead you down, but you haven't really fully investigated this room either, because you basically dropped down from the ceiling and then heard the Medusa approaching and quickly got in the position to fight. So
Is there a Vopal broom?
There is no Vorpal broom
Every
that
time.
you can find. Give me a perception check, I guess. I shouldn't say that you didn't find it.
No, don't have it. 12.
You did not find the Vorpal broom that I have hidden somewhere in this room.
You find a mundane broom.
You find... Actually, it's a broken Monday.
Ooh.
This is for you, dear. You can learn.
It's the lower half.
It's a one.
It's
Okay.
knock.
So, yes, this is where we're at. So what would you like to do?
Well, with all the glass statues outside,
They're up in the dome.
obviously, yeah, but we saw other glass people below the ooze all over the city.
Did they turn back to humans?
So you have to wonder if
Here, what's
the Medusa had something to do with the fall of Boingy Boingy.
Okay. Is there anything? Okay. I don't know. I feel I'm lost at the moment because we're literally just walking. We just came out of a fight. Trying to get back into it. Where exactly? We went to the
You're in that temple.
gem realm and fought some Kenku.
Yeah.
Kenku and the...
We tried to save
the
a
Medusa.
slave, and then we fought the Medusa a little bit, but we didn't kill it. Then we immediately came back,
We fought it.
broke some statues, went down, heard the thing, fought it. We've looked at nothing in this temple.
Correct.
Okay, let's take a look.
You
at
are, if you point at the temple with your pencil, don't move the paper, go a little higher, you're in there.
Okay.
That's where you are. You can tell that you're still
And I guess
a couple
what I'm
stories
saying is-
above ground level.
With all the glass statues everywhere, there's probably more information as to what happened here.
Yo, for sure.
Is
for
the
sure.
Medusa wearing anything? Like jewelry of some kind?
Yeah, she's actually quite adorned. As much as she's undead and her body was falling apart, as you look closer, you see a very fashionable golden necklace, and she has a couple golden bracers that she's wearing, and she's got rings all of gold, so lots of gold. So she's very bejeweled. She's bedecked with bejewelry.
Does any one of these items...
They all look very like quite wealthy, tarnished, but when you're looking at them without handling them yourself, you just see a lot of jewelry all over her.
One by one, I'll go through them all. I got the little archaeologist background. See if you can ascertain the value or anything special about them.
Okay.
How was everyone feeling after the fight?
I barely got hit.
Dear, I'm not looking so...
I could definitely use for a short rest.
Me too.
Actually, okay. But
Do you want to look around a little bit before?
can take a couple of minutes and take a look at the jewels.
Okay. So as you kind of go through her body, you pull off the necklace, you examine it. It's tarnished, but you can see that it's actually quite valuable artifact. Not magical. It's worth at least 1,200 gold pieces to the right buyer.
Okay.
You then go to the bracers. You find a pair of gold bracers. Also, these are all hundreds of years old. You can tell. So that's what they're quite tarnished, but not like they're not. A little bit of cleaning and they'll be fine. These are worth around 400 gold pieces each, probably.
Wow.
And then the rings are simpler. They have all sorts of engravings and stuff on them. None of them feel magical, and they're probably worth at least 50 gold each.
How many are there?
10.
Wow.
Yeah, she didn't have one on each finger. Like they had a couple fingers where they're big. They're not all identical rings, but there's gems studded on some of them. There's engravings on other. Like it's fancy.
She's like one of those old women on the Titanic.
Yeah, exactly. Like clearly, she was wealthy.
What about that glaive?
Yes, the glaive. The glaive. So the glaive has clink to the side, and when you go to pick it up, hold on, let's see. I did write that down, right? It definitely is magical.
The glaive's magical?
It's a big, long glaive, so it's a reach weapon, a martial weapon.
I think Garrett's the only one.
And you saw it in use. You saw her
Throw it around.
throw it, and like it didn't just. She didn't throw it. She just let go, and it would
Interesting.
fly over to what she commanded it to do.
Over here.
over here?
And so, but like any other magical item, you'll have to identify it.
I believe I'm just gonna quickly just do a 10-minute ritual on that thing.
Okay.
And they gotta.
Got it.
Okay, so you want to start identifying it?
Yeah.
Okay.
The rest of you guys can just take a quick look at the body, the weird snake things on its head. I will start examining my new wand.
It's pretty big.
Alakazam.
What are we going to do during the 10 minutes?
Her body itself, is it? I imagine it's very decayed and
Yeah,
destroyed from the
it's-
attacks.
Yeah, well, there's not much that you'll be able to identify by rummaging through it.
Okay.
It's clearly, you can see that she's much bigger than the Medusa that you fought before, but like her body is the same size as the Medusa that you fought before.
Okay.
But her lower torso had twisted and turned into a huge serpent's body, and that's all undead. Like it's just wherever bones would be, there's bones. Wherever there's other stuff. It's just, and you can see it's all husks. Like you can see why she's able to keep shedding skin. It's just like pure
Is that-
scales and skin.
Is that a common thing for Medusa?
No,
No? Okay.
not that
No,
you,
I meant,
not that you've read.
They would get much bigger.
Not necessarily.
When we went back in time, was she sitting on a throne when there were slaves being sacrificed to her? Is that the same throne in this room?
No.
It's not. Okay.
Well, the room looks identical, except that this is aged. But in the place where you see the throne, you look over there. You actually instead see two things. One, where the throne would have been, it's just clear, and there's what appears to have been manacles that were attached to the wall, and those have been torn out. You can see huge gaps where they would have been, but you can see like broken manacles around. And the other thing that you see opposite that is you see a strange glass, like it looks like a window. That there's just a piece of like a stone pillar. Yeah, a stone pillar, and there's like this glass window on it, but it's just right up against the stone, so you can't see anything beyond it. And it's got this intricate carvings all around this piece of glass. And it's opposite. So if the Medusa was standing there, she'd be facing that. So they're looking at each other. Does that make sense?
I think so.
So where the chair would have been, there's now this pillar, which wasn't in the old place, and that pillar has this glass window thing, but it's just a piece of glass stuck up against it with carvings all around it.
Can I
But
approach
instead
that?
of her chair, there looks like there used to be manacles there.
Can I approach that?
Absolutely.
Okay. So, the carvings? Am I able to read that?
No,
I'm not.
they look like magical runes and
Runes,
inscriptions.
Okay.
Are you proficient in Arcana?
I'm not.
Okay, then no,
Okay.
unless you have some way to decipher them.
No, I can't. Dearie, there's after your... I know. Don't interrupt again.
You're
I just want...
interrupting right now.
Yeah, you see that he's doing a ritual, and you know that when he's doing these rituals, he can't.
Alright, well, when you're done is what I want to say. There's something...
Tea.
I'll give you...
You're on the T of the
I'll
identified.
give you a cantrip of tea when you're done.
Is the glass reflective? Is it like a mirror?
No, it's literally up against the stone, so you can see the stone behind it.
A nice herbal eldritch
Strange.
blast.
This piece of glass. It's like this big.
Can I see through it? Are you with me? Can we
Yeah.
see through it?
Yeah, you see the stone behind it. Like if you took a pane of glass and just
But there's runes
It's a little
around it.
reflective.
there's runes carved into the stone,
I'll take a peek.
and there's also you can see that there's a ridge
You're
of
busy.
metal around
You're busy.
the plane of glass.
After tea.
The glass glass pane. Sorry,
Pane.
the pane of glass.
My name is
Not the plane.
Payne.
The pane of glass.
That glass again, it's a pain.
Are you proficient in Arcana? Yeah, so it's perplexing. You have no idea what it is. No architect background or Arcana. You're not able to do it. So 10 minutes passes. You identify the glaive. It's a custom item. You're not going to find it in D&D Beyond. It's called the Dancing Glaive. So it has the glaive properties. It is a +1 glaive. But as a bonus action, you can speak its word. And you do have to become attuned to it. And only if you're proficient in the weapon can you become attuned to it. As a bonus action, you can basically send it out up to 30 feet. It'll move 30 feet and make a melee attack, just like if you had done it. And as a bonus action, you're following. It basically, as a bonus action, you keep commanding it. So you can bonus action have it move 30 feet, attack again, 30 feet, move, attack again. So if you had another weapon of your own, you could be fighting at the same time with it going dancing
You want
around.
this sharp stick?
Yeah, I guess I will. Yes. This is a mighty weapon. That's probably much better than this
here's
yellow
how you-
saber of light.
Here's how you
As you
use it.
say that, you all of a sudden feel this weird compulsion inside. I want you to give me a wisdom saving throw
Oh.
as you reach for the dancing glaive.
With
Sorry, charisma saving throw.
It's pronounced charisma.
14.
14. Okay.
Good Pokemon.
So you actually find, as you reach for it and say these words, that your mouth just gets this bitter taste to it, and you all of a sudden feel horribly guilty for what you just said, and cannot bring yourself to take the glaive from him.
Oh.
And in fact, you feel this compulsion that you need to make up to the weapon that you just made fun of by using it in your next fight.
Wow.
You're gonna be stoned
Again.
again. All right, I'll just strap it to my back.
This thing.
How tall is it? Like,
For your magic is not able to
It's
break
taller
curses,
than me.
is it?
No. I might be. If we take a long
You don't
rest,
feel like you
I
want the
might be
curse
able
broken,
to.
though. You have this desire now to use this weapon. As much as the DM told you it, it's your character that feels it.
Somebody else want to hold on to this glaive?
Yeah, that's
Too big
far
for a
inferior to this yellow saber of light.
Can I see the yellow saber of light? I promise to give it right back.
No, sir. This is my weapon.
All right,
There are many like him, but this is one is mine.
This weapon is mine.
Can I recharge the battery in it for you?
You can hand me new batteries.
I will put the new batteries in for you.
I'll turn it around,
Okay.
take off the cap.
I'm gonna reach in and take out the battery and put in the dead one.
Okay.
It's better that way. You don't know the difference.
Click.
He does.
Click,
You know
click.
that it's now emptied.
Are you trying to trick me?
This is our last good battery.
Tink,
What?
tink, tink,
Window.
tink. There's
That-
a window.
Oh.
So just
I'm gonna
tink
go
on
back
the
and pick- I'm gonna
ground.
go back and pick it up.
Harmlessly on the ground nearby.
Well, I just stared at you. That was awkward.
I'm gonna come up and try to take it from you.
I'm kind of small. I'm not gonna try to stop you.
Okay. I will pick up Hobart
Midgets.
and then take the battery, put him down, put it back in. Yes, this feels much better now.
Okay.
Enough of your tricks.
You were close, by the way. Very close.
All right. So let me go take a look at this room. This pane of glass and ruins. Ruins.
Ruins. You're in a ruin. You're
What
looking
are
at
the
ruins.
ruins in the
Ruins in the ruin. In the room. In the room with the ruins in the ruin.
How high off the ground is the pane of glass?
4 or 5 feet.
Lift me up. Yeah, you gotta pick me up, please.
Uh,
Ah! I brought a stool.
There you go.
Fine.
A 2-foot stool.
it's like he was like gonna go.
Just don't kick the stool while he's on it, because it'll
It'll
disappear.
break.
It'll disappear. Okay, so you get up and you start to examine the ruins. Give me an Arcana check.
25.
Okay, so as you're reading it and everything, you see that this is a magical device of some sort. And as you're fiddling around, you feel that you understand after deciphering a bit of the runes, it's some sort of viewing port.
Okay.
And you feel like you could turn it on if you wanted to.
I would like to.
Okay. So you just kind of trace a couple of the runes, and you
Television.
you see a little button, and so you actually press the button, and all of a sudden you're dunk, and there's like "Yee," and you hear this really
Oh, it is
really
television.
almost inaudible high pitched sound that you swear you can hear, and yet for some reason nobody else can ever hear it, even though it's clearly there. And they can hear it from like 2 stories up, and I know the TV is on. All right, so stop telling me it's not. The old
got
days
some
of the
kids.
well, the new TVs don't do it. It's the old TVs. You can always hear that.
The
high
hum?
pitched sound. Yeah, the hum from forever away. Anyways, you hear that hum, and all of a sudden, what you're finding is you're staring at is you're looking into a large room just full of it's like heaven on earth for you, because you see all sorts
Don't
of
you see the laboratory?
a laboratory basically.
Okay.
You're seeing all sorts of devices. You see alchemic devices. You see this endless collection of glass tubing. You see storage containers. And you can also see this big cylindrical tube, and inside of it, that with the eyes closed and just kind of like floating in some sort of liquid, is a mind flare, and just sitting in there.
Do I know what that is?
Yeah.
I turn the TV off. We don't go there.
But so you look through it, yeah, it looks like a laboratory. It's quite large, probably at least 30 feet by 30 feet.
Professor, do you think this pane of glass goes both ways?
I do now. I think if you run and jump into it, you go right through.
No, that's not what I mean. Like, it's right.
Are they watching
across.
us?
It's right across from where the Medusa was chained up. Let's say it was the Medusa, and the entire city got turned to glass. So if her gaze could work through,
I think there's just this tiny room inside this pillar. We gotta
you think
find
that's what it is.
Yeah, we have to find how to get into the room. So where's the doorway?
You don't think this is a way to broadcast her sight across the city?
No.
Okay.
There's a tiny room in the pillar, obviously.
That would be quite evil.
Well, somehow the entire city got turned to glass.
Yeah, but did it? Would it only work on organics? Okay,
Well,
hold on.
exactly.
Are there any weird
everyone's frozen in the same position.
arcane boxes or domes in the corners of the rooms?
Like speakers?
No, like
Or
security
cameras?
cameras.
Oh, no.
Okay.
I'm like, what
Look
are
at
you-
this thing we're looking into.
Your portal.
Like, could she look through it, and if something gazed back, she could turn it to glass?
Does it work that way?
I'm asking you. I have an eye intelligence. I don't know.
I'm actually. Does it work that way?
What you've read about Medusas is you can reflect their gaze back on themselves.
Okay.
So it stands to reason that a
Interesting.
reflection
Okay, you're onto
would transmit
something.
the thing. So maybe this would do it too, assuming that it's a
Because
two-way.
if she was chained here, and someone could capture her gaze, they could then weaponize it. Do you see what I'm saying?
Well, I
put
read
it
a
on a-
story way back when of a hero who cut off the head of a Medusa, but that I don't know anything about.
I saw the play.
And a play, I read a story. One of your books, actually.
That's Hogswash, though. Once you cut off the Medusa's head, it doesn't work anymore. You can test it if you like. Go look into its eyes.
Is there anything other than... Okay, can you give me more detail about this pillar, this box?
What are you looking for exactly? Ask questions and I'll answer them if there are answers.
Okay, well, I didn't know what I'm looking at. So how tall is it?
It's about this big.
Oh, okay.
It's like a 25-inch,
And what's it sitting on?
27-inch,
What's it
perhaps.
sitting on?
It's attached to the pillar.
Plasma.
How wide does it stick off the pillar? Is it like that
It's
wide?
it's like right on.
It's
like,
right on.
Yeah,
It's
like you like it's stuck.
So how big
Like
is
it's
the pillar?
adhesed to the pillar. The pillar's not that big. The pillar's probably 6 feet tall, 2 feet wide.
Why don't you touch it, dear?
It's a square pillar. Like it's not a cylindrical
What's it
pillar.
made of?
Stone.
And
It's
anything on
old.
the pillar?
Does
It's
it
old.
look like it's was it added after this temple was constructed?
I don't really have the background to tell that.
Does it look like?
Yes.
No. Okay, hold on.
Archaeologists could tell.
Anything-
Yeah, this was definitely constructed after the fact.
Okay, is there anything else? Like, there's a pane of glass on this pillar. I'm more interested in the pillar right now. Is there anything on this pillar? Carvings, anything? Just squared, flat, sharp corners.
Well,
carved?
it's decayed.
Yeah, but sure, but it's like just
And-
one block.
Yeah.
Everything is.
Oh, I'm not playing music. No. Sorry.
80%.
So
Don't know why I
I
forgot.
want to see.
So
if
where's the mind flare?
I don't know if this is a portal to another spot, or if this is a glass
just
shield
viewing.
to a tiny room that's inside the pillar.
Well, there's only way to find out.
I'm gonna.
I push him in.
Dunk.
Does it work?
Sorry, give me a second. Sorry, what were you trying to do?
I push him into the TV.
No, he's up on the stool right now.
Stop it.
So you just like slam his head into it? How hard?
Stop it.
As strong as he pushed me into the orpal, or whatever that was, the bulb.
Oh, he just touched
bauble?
you with it.
Yeah.
So you just kind of grab his head and just like shove it into the thing. Yeah. So basically, what he just did happened. He's like, "Blah!" His face smushed up against it.
I'm sorry, dear. Oh, forgive
So it's not the same as the ball.
Forgive me, dear.
Okay, I want to see
Gross.
if I can pull off the pan. My little tools out to wedge in there, little chisel, and like.
Okay, so you're trying to take it off the
Yeah.
pillar. Okay, you can tell that it'll take probably a few minutes to do that. But if you want to try that, we
do.
can do a tinkerer's test.
Yep.
So basically, it'll be a dexterity with proficiency because you've got your tools. It's gonna be a dexterity with proficiency.
21.
21. Okay. So after a couple minutes, you find a way. You see the thing is just kind of stuck onto it, but when you pop it off and take it off, it turns off. But other than that, yeah, you've managed to take the device off. It's like this
What's
big.
the back of the device?
It's glass. You can see through it. It's just a pane of glass with a little metal thing around it, but it does turn off when you pull it off. You notice that there's runes that are left on the stone, and so you suspect that those are required in order to make it work.
On the back, is there runes that say like Warntai?
No.
Okay.
It's like honestly, it looks like a pane of glass with a
Samsung?
with with metal around it. Yeah.
How big is it?
Sonai.
Oh, can I fit that in my satchel? Well, you say yes. It's in there.
No, it's two
It's
sharp
acceptable.
edges.
It's just a piece of glass, isn't it?
don't- I-
It's
yeah.
the runes that have the magic.
I know, but
Did you just break it?
I don't know. I don't know. Can I put it back on?
You want to try?
Yeah.
Okay. Give me another dexterity with proficiency.
19.
19. You can't. After a few more minutes, you reinstall it, and you're able to turn it back on.
Yeah, I'm pretty good at this. I think it'll be a Samsung repairman. Okay, I think we're done with this pillar.
We need to find where that
I'm
went
gonna
first.
draw that to the any talk about this in the journal?
No.
Nothing that portals or viewports to other.
Now, you've gone through the journal so many times now. I can pretty much answer
Okay.
those kind of questions.
My
At
face
least,
still hurts from the glass.
yeah, you would at least know if it's in there, even if you don't know all the
Or
information.
maybe it's downstairs.
No, it doesn't. You don't recognize anything from that.
Yeah. Oh, actually, the room. Does this? What's the room made of? Stone. The walls. Can I see the walls?
Yeah.
Same stone as this building.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it reasonable
Heels?
to expect that this room is in this building?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's.
Now, having said it, go back. Answering your
still
first
have.
question about do you recognize anything from the journal? The runes are familiar. They kind of
Short
match
rest?
some of the runes you've seen scrawled
I figured I
on
could
some of
read
the
them, right?
control panels and
Yeah.
things back at the
I'm
other.
able to decipher them at this point, right?
Yeah. It's just, and you have. So you recognize them as arcane things that probably were brought from the planar craft.
Yeah.
While you do that, can we have a short rest?
Oh yeah, we should probably do that.
Yeah,
I could use one of them.
So you're gonna hunker down in this room. You got 2 exits with stairs that lead down, spiral stairs leading down.
Yeah, but we're like, I'm at 1 hit point.
I know. I'm not telling you
I'm at
not to take short
6.
rest. I'm just
I'm
telling
at
you what the
11
room
out of
is currently at.
43.
And you're fine?
I'm gonna watch TV while we rest.
I hate him.
I got hit.
You can short rest in arcane recovery, couldn't you?
Yeah. Something's wrong here because I definitely use spells. I know I use level 3. Mine are all.
Do you not keep track of them as you use them?
They're all fresh.
Did you take a long rest by accident?
Nope, I'd be full. That'll happen. I definitely use a Misty Step.
Mine are all empty.
Okay. So you take a short rest.
Kind of a D8.
Yes.
Yep.
And we'll do that.
Okay, it passes uneventful. You can go ahead and spend hit dice.
Spending.
Wait, there's my hit die.
D6.
Yeah, I need that.
Oh, neat. 16. Gonna have to spend more.
You doing your short rest stuff there, Vito?
Yep, I'm doing it right now.
I am good to go. Also, this show is boring.
Yeah, nothing's moved. The closer now, if you're watching the whole short rest though, there's more details that you can pick out. You notice that there a lot of the equipment
That's all you roll?
it's just constantly in states of transmutation. But
Okay, so
all
you
of
need
them
me
are
to heal you.
being kind of fueled by these different burners or different colors. But as you look closer, you swear that those burners themselves are
level
being
1.
powered by steam methods. Like
Okay.
they're
It's
trapped
about 10
inside. So you can kind of, as you look closer, like you see the steam that's heating it. You can kind of occasionally see like an arm kind of disappear. Eyes look out like when it disappears. Yeah, they're just little creatures, right? And so you see that. Give me a medicine check while you're looking too.
Don't think
I'm gonna put one on myself as well.
particularly
Level 1.
medicine-y.
That's okay.
I believe that's a 13.
Hey, you get this weird feeling as you're looking at the equipment that there's something too natural about a lot of the glass equipment. Like it doesn't. The tubes aren't straight enough. That there's like little subtle bends and twists and turns to them, but you're not quite sure what it is without being able to examine them closer. It's just an eerie feeling of something off about all the glass equipment that you're seeing. It's just not. You've seen manufactured equipment. You have your own lab back at the.
Skins?
No, it's hard to tell. It's definitely glass. Like they're all glass. You can see liquids being
Yeah. The
transferred
Medusa
through
turns the
them.
snake to glass and hauls them out.
Maybe. It's hard to say without examining closer. And right now
Okay.
you're seeing everything at a distance. And so, but you just kind of, as you're looking at it, at one point you just kind of like get a weird tingle up your spine as you're looking at it. You're like, this feels strangely, there's something off
Okay.
about the entire laboratory. But you can't quite put a finger on it.
I think we go hunting for the laboratory.
Gonna continue the hunt.
I like the left side.
There's definitely more of this temple that you haven't gone through. You are well above the ooze right now, so those stairs going down will not necessarily go into the ooze.
Which one did the? Let's go down the one she came up.
Yeah, actually, real quick. Where the throne was, nothing.
You can, now that you've examined it closer, you can see that there are markings where the throne once was, but it's been a long time since it was
Is
there.
there like drag marks or
Oh.
anything of it getting moved?
It's more like it was destroyed, maybe?
Okay.
So
You're talking hundreds of years.
Yeah.
the shackles,
So you can kind of make out where it was attached, but it's long been removed.
Was dead Medusa wearing shackles that looked like they were attached to the chains on the wall and she broke off?
Sorry, say it again?
The dead Medusa is wearing shackles that were attached
If
to
she
this
was,
wall?
there's no evidence of that on her now.
Okay.
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 The
All right.
evidence is more that you can see that there were shackles in that spot on the wall.
Right.
And then when we went into the bauble, that Medusa wasn't in shackles either.
No, she was on a throne.
Okay. Right.
She was. You can tell when you were in that bauble that those Kenku worshipped her. That they were her priests and they were bringing her sacrifices. That she willingly.
Anyone else can think of anything else
Petrified.
in this room before we move down the stairs?
I don't think so.
Do you need a heal?
I spent all my.
Are you?
I'm at 33 out of 43.
Okay. I'm above 30.
I'm
Garrett's
at
above
40,
30.
58.
I think just shy of 40. Yeah, I'm 39.
I got.
So we're not in great shape,
two
but we're in
spell
better
slots
shape
left.
than we were.
You know what? I'm gonna put on some mage armor.
Yeah,
Did you have it on before?
Nope. Boy, I got it too
Oh.
much.
Was
I
that-
guess I had mine on as well. Yeah. Mine lasts 8 hours.
Yeah, if we're faced by a big battle, I don't think we'll be able to take it today. This might be the one time we have to retreat.
I'm feeling fine.
Depends on the battle, I guess, right?
I'll take.
Please go ahead.
So I'm gonna shield.
Shield. So what are we doing?
Down the stairs.
Wait, can I actually do that?
What?
So I'm gonna shield. With a minor conjuration. Can I hold it? I'm not proficient in shields.
Well, no, then you can't use it.
Okay.
You'll gain no bonus for having it. And
Somebody just falls to the floor. I don't want to hold it.
as soon as it's touched, it loses its.
Yeah, I know, but I can't not hold it.
Yeah, I
I
guess
don't know how to
if
hold
you were
it.
proficient in shields, you could summon a shield.
Yeah.
Does the touch, like, does it stop the force?
If it does or takes damage, it breaks. And you
Well, the way
already
I would rule that just off the top of my head is that if I missed him, but it was because of the shield's AC, it would destroy the shield.
Ah.
So, not
I
a wizard walking around with a shield, hardly broken. Because they're not usually proficient. That means you had to invest feats. Because you're not even proficient in light armor, right? So that means you have to get proficient in light armor and then get proficient in medium to get the shield, because the medium comes with the shield. So you'd have to take 2 feats. So you could conjure
Or be a dwarf.
a shield. Or just be a dwarf!
That's
there
true.
You go. Yeah, there you go. Sure, why not then? I would totally let that happen. That's fun. Let it break half the time. Okay, so you head down. You find that it opens up. There's a lot of side chambers. This definitely comes down into another kind of worshiping area as well. And then if you go too far, like you basically get down from one more level, and then the stairs keep going, but they descend into the ooze. But the lower level, so like right directly below this, is another kind of a balcony, so you can actually see into the ooze down to the bottom. And as you look down in that ooze, you see another, like, you remember the throne back on the planar vessel monastery place? And you know that gate that you opened up and came through?
Yep.
There's one right there. But it's
Below the ooze.
But it's below the ooze.
Okay.
And it's inoperative right now. And and that's all there is. Now, and we'll do this. I'll just say this right now to save you the time of asking. If you go and search the other rooms, you will find some other items as well, and then we can cut. So I'll give you the list of those items, and then we can talk about this thing if you want to. So, if somebody ready to write this down? So you actually find a bit of a library where there was some obviously arcane study done, and you find some spell scrolls. You find 2 spell scrolls of Animate Dead. You find 3 spell scrolls of Flock of Familiars, which is a new spell that this module introduces. Flock of Familiars allows you to summon 3 familiars instead of 1. But if you already have a familiar, then it takes that spot. They don't last as long because they're not indefinite, but they all act like familiars, and you can actually access their site from up to a mile away. And 2 spell scrolls of Greater Restoration. Just in case somebody got petrified, right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
In one of the other rooms, you find a long dead skeleton body wearing some old-fashioned, totally useless armor at this point, but wearing a very strange set of boots. And these boots have gears all over them. They're like steampunk boots, basically. They're made of some sort of tarnished metal, like maybe brass. It's hard to say. It reminds some of the gear work and stuff reminds you of the stuff you've been finding everywhere.
I'll probably fawn over them for about 10 minutes.
What are you gonna do?
Look at them for 10 minutes.
You want to do a ritual? Yeah. So you pick them up, and they don't feel magical though. So identify won't do anything then. Their boots are way too big for a halfling.
You want to put them on?
At least they appear too big, I should say. They're on a normal-sized person right now.
Smart, but I'm wise enough to know that's not a good idea.
I'm standing in the boots.
Okay, so you put your feet in the boots, so you pull them off the skeleton. They look way too big for you. So you actually step into the boots, and all of a sudden you feel the gear start to turn, and they constrict inside onto your feet. And so they actually become comfortably snug on your feet. But they look huge. They're like these big
boots.
They're these huge metal boots on him. So
There's
like
a pump on the bottom of it.
Yeah, nice.
And yeah, so now you're wearing them. So what would you like to do? They don't hurt you.
I'm going to try to take a
Those
step.
look ridiculous.
They are huge boots on you.
Can I walk quiet?
Does it look like clown shoes essentially? Like
They're not long. They're big in every dimension. Like if his leg is this far around, the boot's like this far
So
around that.
is it like almost to his knee?
It comes up a good part of his.
Like, do I feel like I can move as like normal? Walk around?
What's your walking speed right now?
25.
You feel you can move a little faster. Like there's more of a spring in your step.
I'm going to try
What are you gonna do?
jump.
You're gonna jump. So you jump and you hit the ceiling of the low ceiling of the roof.
Whoa.
And take 5 bludgeoning damage. Wow. So yeah, you jump and you're just like BAM! Into the ceiling.
Now, can I
and then BAM! Right back to the ground.
I feel like I can control that and jump again, but like not hit the ceiling?
Yeah, do you want to do it in here? Because the hallway, the ceiling's much higher. You're in the room right now?
We'll go to the hallway then.
Wait, there's ooze. Like if you misjudge your jump.
Well, then hallway here, there's no ooze. Because we're down
I
the
thought
hallway.
we were on balconies.
There's the balcony, and then there's a hallway with these side
Okay,
rooms.
okay,
You're
okay,
down
okay.
here. So there's a nice there's a spot right here.
Knock yourself out.
All right, so you jump again, like you try to do a little less, and you do manage to jump less, but you're still jumping like a good 15 feet off the
Is it
ground.
loud?
Yes. When you land, it's okay. And when you walk around, they don't sound like you can definitely hear the metal, but it doesn't sound like excessively loud.
So can you jump
like
with
it's no
one
louder
leg?
than Buddy Boy over here walking around.
Professor Iron Boots.
And so yeah, so you
Okay,
basically
hold on. Catch me. If I jump forward, I'm like 20 feet away from...
Yeah, you spring forward as well.
Duh.
So after careful observation and you pulling out your notebook and making
Drop me down.
doing your calculations and you're doing all your math as you spend about probably 10 minutes kind of experimenting with them. Essentially, they increase your walking speed to 30, unless your walking speed is faster.
Okay, who wants these?
You feel that you'll keep that speed no matter what. Like you could be encumbered or whatever else, and they feel like they're kind of powered. You don't see a slot for like a battery.
Batteries? Okay.
And because you can feel, like as you're moving around, you can feel them kind of moving around your foot, like they're doing a lot of the work. And you can basically jump up to 3 times the normal distance you're allowed to jump,
So
up or forward.
Been taking a lot more.
Yeah, it's really up.
Forgot.
Now it does have the mechanic, like the game's mechanic rule that you still can't go more than your movement would allow you. So if you move 30 feet, or if you move 60 feet and try to jump, you wouldn't be able to go any further
Okay.
because you're still stuck with your maximum movement allowance. But you could jump 3 times as far or high.
They want these jumping boots.
They're called boots. They basically mimic, except they don't require attunement, boots of striding and springing. So if you were to put that into D&D Beyond, you're auto-attuned to them, though. You don't have to attune to them.
You don't want them.
You're too old to break a hip.
I mean, you're the one whose walking speed would increase.
Yeah.
That's true.
And
better for you.
you're the one with jumping issues. Remember,
Yeah, but
remember the discs.
I want to try
Imagine
some.
putting it on a person that can jump, and they can go 3 times as far.
I'm going to
But I
try to
could still only
jump
go through.
and slow follow the umbrella. Does that work?
Nope. You kind of find yourself tumbling. Give me an acrobatics check.
17.
No, okay. You land deftly enough that you don't hurt yourself, but no, it doesn't work.
Okay, boots of.
But you feel like you
stride.
kind of knew that, and you feel a little foolish for trying.
You don't know till you test.
True. But now that you saw it, you're like, yeah, that was obvious.
Can I take the scrolls of greater restoration?
Yeah, that makes sense. Please take those.
That makes sense.
I'm going to read those.
Yeah, the other ones are wizard spells.
Okay, so what was the.
Yeah, you should maybe throw those animate dead ones into the muck.
The what?
The muck.
Yeah, 100% do that.
Okay.
Sleight of hand.
Boots, what is the two I guess you striding?
Who's a
and-
what?
Who's a
Oh,
what?
boots of striding and springing.
Boots of what?
They're not actually boots of striding and springing.
Yeah, but if I need to look at them.
But they follow the exact rules, except they don't require attunement. It's basically they're a set of clockwork enhanced footwear
Okay.
that act that way.
With other rooms?
And you also find in all of the rooms, you find tons of these tiny glass statues of creatures, like one that looks like a little dragon, little imps, little will-o-wisps. You even find little statues like a glassified brain and glassified hearts, but they're all pure glass. They're all very fragile. You feel like they would be worth a lot of money, but honestly, you don't know how you'd get them back without them.
in the bag.
They'll smash apart
Randy
in the
will
bag.
take care of them.
You know that if you put them in there, in half a day, you're going to have a bag full of shards of glass.
All right, I'm going to push them over.
And so whenever you're reaching for your conjuration, you're going to have a bloody hand.
I'm just going to walk around and just like knock them off then.
Is that what our professor of archaeology would do?
I think, honestly, yeah.
You're a child.
We can't take these with us, so.
So why?
Oh, and those get the credit for this one.
Who do you think's going to come here?
Isn't that something about messing with history? The thing you were not supposed to do?
Tell me how to be me.
You are an interesting person. Gnome thing.
Greater restoration is a 5th level spell.
You're
is
right.
it
I'll
not?
save this one. Oh,
I want to say so, yeah. You can still cast it. You'll have to make an Arcana check to see if you actually succeed.
Yeah.
Because it's a higher level than you can normally do. And Flock
Yeah,
of
DC
Familiars is
15.
yeah, it has its own DC. Flock of Familiars is a 2nd level conjuration.
Yep.
And Animate Dead, I believe, is 3rd level.
I'm gonna check how long it takes to do these
It
again.
doesn't tell you. D&D Beyond doesn't let you write the name of the spell that's on it.
Really? It doesn't have the specific spell scrolls?
There is a note
It just has spell scroll?
and the level of the spell scroll.
Huh.
But there is a plate where you can add a note, so I'll try that.
Huh, that
If
works.
we've thoroughly searced all these rooms, we can keep
You
them
have.
all. Okay.
Okay, so the only thing left of interest, if there's anything you can do, is what clearly is another one of those gates. It looks almost in every
Below the
way,
news. Now,
without being able to look at it closely, it looks pretty identical to the other one back from the planar craft.
interesting. Does the ooze look like it? You know how the clean part of the walls?
Uh-huh.
Has it looked more than 6 inches lower yet?
It's
Still
not
the same.
moving.
It's where it is.
Yeah, you've been around here long enough that if
It's
it
not
does
moving?
move, it's not on a daily basis. It would be much slower.
Now,
than
can we
that.
reach? Oh wait, the ooze has tendrils thingies.
Yeah, you know that if you get within 10 feet of
Are
the,
these boots somewhere completely made of metal?
are they what?
Completely made of metal?
Yes.
I like maybe find a whole suit of this. I could walk into ooze.
A whole suit of boots.
A whole suit of this metal.
Oh,
clothing.
suit of boots.
If you had a hermetically sealed suit of some sort,
Yeah.
then yeah. Or the ooze only attacks organic things.
Okay.
Like it only digests organic things.
Do I
In
think-
fact, like when you look down, you can see metal things. You can see the glass statues.
Do
It's
I
not-
think
it's all-
that the ooze would that be classified as a liquid?
Yeah, it's like a thick viscous
Probably-
fluid. So yeah,
I think like an ooze.
I have a ring of water walking. It'll let me walk on any liquid.
sure. You could.
I
walk
realize
across
it'll
it.
be attacking me.
Yeah, you would be within the 5 to 10 feet of it, and it could drag you down below, even if you had that on. It lets you walk on it as if it's a solid surface. It doesn't stop
It
you
is
from
roll.
getting pulled into
No,
it.
sure.
But yeah, totally. You could totally walk on it with Ring of Water Walk.
You know the character ready?
For a long time.
Let's try it. Oh, I'm dead. Surprise.
Not even just first one. Whoop.
You can play the owl.
I can play the owl. Thank you. I'm Randy. Randy. Suddenly, Randy does not like being put in the bag.
He's making himself aware.
Hooty hoot hoot.
Was there a specific reason you're asking that question?
Well, no, it just dawned on me that like we're constantly trying to figure out distances and things like
Yeah.
that, and I'm like, well, I should technically move across it, but
So I've already examined one of these. What do you want to call it?
What?
Teleport.
The gate?
The gate.
Yeah,
the
gate.
I've already examined
gateway.
one. Do I think there's any way to activate it from a distance? I still got my crown and scepter.
If the crown and scepter does help it, you did have to have you were
I was
actually
actually
touching
physically-
controls
okay.
on
Alright.
the gate.
because if you open the gate, would it work like a drain? Like would all the ooze just start going through it?
Okay.
That would be quite handy.
Could we?
And terrible for whoever's on the other side.
How far down is the ooze?
30 feet.
And the ooze is how deep?
But there's
Sorry,
gotta be
what?
someone you don't like that
Oh,
we
how-
could
no,
at least.
I-
Oh,
No,
how
I'm
far
sorry.
down before
Yeah.
you hit the ooze? You're 15 feet above it.
So 30 feet to the controls. Can we fashion a 30-foot long pole?
No, the ooze is
That-
30 feet deep.
Yeah, but I need to the controls. Need to activate from above the ooze.
Yeah,
turn
you,
on.
you know it takes more precision than a
Weren't we
pole would
using
allow you
Mage
to do.
Hand before?
Oh yeah.
Even Mage
Can
Hand
you
would be
cast
hard.
I
invisibility?
forgot.
Because it's not just like press a
have
button. There's a lot more intricate controls than a Mage Hand can do.
I'm just wondering,
I'm not
like,
saying
if
you
I can
couldn't
walk
pull off
on
the
it,
Mage Hand,
if
but
I was
you definitely would have a
invisible,
hard
you get
I
time.
not even really know I'm there.
And the problem is you don't know what the gate is currently attuned to. You had notes that gave you the coordinates of coming
Well,
here.
we're just trying to open the drain.
Right, but you don't know where it would drain to if it drained
Oh,
at
the
all.
clouds.
I don't think he's worried about that.
Let's go back to Harinburg. Oh,
Signs will.
Sorry.
there it is.
Send it to Barovia.
Yeah, please.
It goes to the,
What's the Barovia?
Yeah, let's just
it goes
move
to
on.
the ship that's hovering over Harinburg, and it just sort of
Oh,
rains.
no.
Rains.
I think that we're gonna need to get. Let's just move on. I don't think there's anything we can do about this.
There's nowhere else. Do we see, like when we came out on the balcony, is there a balcony on the other side
It's a
as well?
circular balcony.
Okay, so we
walk
get
around
to the
whole
other
thing.
stairwell.
Like you see how you were in a circular room. When
Yeah,
you
but
were
there's
there?
these two stairwells, right?
Yeah, and so you came down to another.
So we came down
semicircular
one,
room.
and then we can get
You
over
came
to
up,
the.
yeah, you
Okay,
can
okay.
easily get across the other side.
It's not like there's
There's
stuff
not
to
more.
explore on the
There's
other
not more
side.
to see above the ooze.
Well, this is
Oh,
disappointing.
really? We're done above the ooze in this building?
Mm-hmm.
Is that what you just said?
That's what he said.
Wow.
So there's a Medusa. There's
Can we
all
see
these-
how the ooze got in? Because I thought the windows and everything in this building were bricked up.
They were, but the main floor. There's still ways it got in. In fact, give me a perception check, Mr. Rin.
I'll take my passive on that.
Yeah. When you look down, you can see that there are cracks and stuff that it could got out through.
Foiled.
But what's your
Just got me
passive?
again.
18.
Oh, okay. Never mind. I don't have my paper with your passives on it for some reason. So you actually, as you're kind of looking down, you notice that the main doors seem to have been forced open and broken outwards,
Like something
then
from the inside.
like something from the inside broke them open.
Maybe the ooze came from inside this building.
Then maybe it does have to do with that gateway then.
Ah, dang it.
I think that is a very good point, Hobart.
I didn't pick up on that at all.
What?
The ooze came from the gate. The drain was the faucet.
Oh.
Mm.
Like a plane to. There's.
No, the drain was a faucet.
Yeah, but if it opened into like a plane of ooze in the abyss, that could be where this came from.
Give me an Arcana check.
24.
As soon as he said a plane from the abyss, you remember having read about There's tons of layers of the abyss. You know about the abyss. And in one of your readings, you remember reading about there being a plane that was a plane of ooze. That's where all where all the gelatinous cubes and stuff.
My religious
creep
Oh,
from.
really?
my religious studies, the demon lord of oozes, Jublius.
Jube Jube?
Jublius.
Yeah, let's call it Jube.
Jube Jube.
So it's not a far stretch to think that maybe they came through this gate. You don't know that, but if you think about the other gate, if the other gate was attuned to the 9 hells, and the demons or the devils came through that, and so it's possible this one's
not a
attuned
very
to
far
the
off.
abyss. To this, specifically the
So if I were
222nd
able
layer of
to
the abyss.
activate this gate, would Hobart reasonably assume that the ooze would get pulled back, or no?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
There must have been some sort of ritual done to draw the ooze through the gate,
Okay.
and so possibly a similar ritual might be able to make the ooze go through the gate, but you don't know what that ritual is.
Or you can open it and more could come in.
Yeah, yeah, that seems reasonable
That's
as
not
well.
a good idea.
And then you'll have 60 feet of ooze.
Yeah, but that's 60 feet less buildings that we can't climb on.
Okay.
Let's not do that.
Pros and cons.
With knowing where the ooze
50-50,
or
take the shot.
If that's assuming you can even get to it and activate it,
we're
right?
strongly assuming we know where the ooze came from, the information I can draw upon is going to help out with the situation. Just now that we know strongly where the
Theorize.
ooze is coming from, we know now more about the ooze. Same.
It has all the properties of a gelatinous cube,
Okay.
except
There's no more
it's a
line there?
lake, rather than just a
Well.
cube.
Okay.
So we head to another building then?
I guess.
Well, at least we know we're not in a pocket dimension like Christmas Orb.
Still could be. In fact, I believe that we are.
I actually love that idea.
Also, have we seen the sun in the sky yet?
Yeah, you've seen it lots of times. You've been here for more than a day. You
This,
took a long
I
rest.
want to head to this building?
Yep.
It's literally a big demon with a flashlight.
Point to the building on the main one, Steve, so our viewers can see where we're going.
Feels like the next logical.
Do we want to go there?
It's the closest one.
And then it's the Colosseum.
Because we've pretty much done everything here. We're coming around here.
Because yeah, we've got that.
So far,
square.
yeah, you've done that factory-looking thing with the pipes. You saw a bauble down there, but didn't touch it. You went to the palace. You saw a bauble, touched it. You dealt with a. You touched the bauble there, right?
Nope.
Wait,
Because
yes,
the
yes.
king.
The
no,
first bubble
the
we
king
touched-
had it.
First bubble was this
On
year.
the clock tower.
Second one was here. Mage Hand, we didn't. Did I try to
No,
get
you
that
tried
one?
to get
No.
that one, but you didn't get it. That's right.
Because there was a king that
He
was
wouldn't
here.
let go. Right.
Right, it was on a scepter, and you felt like you could break it, but you couldn't with your mage
We
hand.
could probably go back here and grab that bauble with Mage. We'll try again. Either way,
And you found a bauble on the clock tower that you went inside and went to
You want
the
to play with
weird
more of these
gear
baubles.
place.
I've had quite enough.
Another bauble with the Medusa.
we probably
so you've
won't go
seen
inside
4
the
baubles so far, and you've gone into 2 of them.
All right, so
Whether that's
this
important or not, you
building
don't
looks
know.
like a frog riding a kanku.
It's a snake.
Is this snake? Oh,
That looks like a hydra with
It's
wings.
a snake like on a kanku. Oh, not a kanku. Yeah, a kanku.
Hydra with wings.
I don't know. It has all kind of.
Yeah, see the snake head?
No, it's a
It's a snake head.
it's a frog on a kanku
That is a snake head
with elephant ears.
with tentacles and wings.
They're feathered elephant ears.
Yeah, it's got tentacles for sure.
No. It's a frog on a kanku with feathered elephant ears. Let's go.
With a snake tongue?
It's a snake.
Oh, there's Waldo.
Oh, you won. This is all we were waiting for.
Joke's on you. And Boss Waldo. Guy with cane and glasses.
So it's teleports.
It's a mystical cane. Whenever he goes like this, he moves closer to you really fast.
Woo! Spooky.
There's a snake though up here. Do you see that? Is that a snake?
His hat shoots fireballs.
It's
No, that's
snake.
a spiral. It's like things you put those quarters in. They spiral down to the bottom. You can watch them in the bush.
And there's a ladder.
It's true.
Snake and ladders.
Are we heading over there?
Yep.
There's a lot of windows there. It looks like there's a lot above the ooze.
To the wall.
The feathered elephant ear one. Oh,
What? I'm
I don't
looking,
know.
I'm looking at the same map that you are.
I don't know that.
I'm looking at the same map that you
I'm not
are.
risking it.
I just have numbers on mine so I can then look up
Oh.
information. Okay, so you cross. Come on, you can keep going. There we are. So you find your way carefully across the Lake of Ooze. You have to take, you find there's no direct route to this one, but you find that taking an extra 20, 25 minutes lets you get there safely without having to deal with any of the ooze folk or the ooze itself. So far, you haven't had any other incidents wandering this barren place. So you'd see this tower. It's a large, squat tower. It seems to dominate the surrounding buildings. When you get close to it, you can see heaped around its base is a jumbled tangle of old machinery, clockwork parts, piles of broken glass shards, and numerous oddly shaped glass statues. Some of these statues appear stretched, as if still viscous when fashioned, and almost as though they elongated themselves trying to escape their fate. So this weird, there's this weird longness to them. Like they're like as they start.
They're turning into glass.
So remember
they're
when you were
still
turning the
to
glass, and they would like reach, and so and they would pull so hard they'd actually tear at their own body, and then they would turn to glass. It's a gruesome sight without being gruesome because it's just pure glass, right? And so it's just a glass. It's depicting this thing happening.
Slow way to die.
As you get to the building and you can find many broken areas in the wall that lead into it, and you find that it's actually it's one giant room, but it's so full of clutter and everything that it kind of creates its own pathways and little tiny rooms. So like when you go inside of it, you're finding that there's so much junk around that you have to spend some time to kind of search through it. Thankfully, there is more than one level, and so the level that you're currently on, which is just, you can see the entire building, is above the ooze. But you definitely see large areas, big gaps that go down into the ooze as well. And when you look down, you see more components. So this looks like it was some sort of workshop, not a laboratory. It feels more like it's like
an engineer more than a scientist. Or
kind of. Except that it's still like all sorts of clockwork stuff. When you look at it closer, you recognize all sorts of components from the planar craft that you were on before. This stuff definitely is not native to Dune-Glonier. And as you're going around, you hear kind of a loud banging noise, like a constant gung 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 ching ching gung 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 ching 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 king king. But it's kind of random. It stops and starts.
Is it me?
And is it what? Is it you?
Me?
Those damn boots.
No, it's not you.
Okay.
You're not that loud. Yeah, your boots are kind of drowned out by this noise. And as you slowly kind of pick your way around, before you get too close to it, you kind of turn around one of the corners, for lack of a better word, around a pile, and it kind of opens up into this large area. And on the other end, you see this huge clockwork kraken, and it's held up by all sorts of chains, and it's kind of floating there right now. In the middle of it, there's this weird coffin-looking thing. And the kinks and stuff that you hear is this machinery currently repairing the tentacles that you had fought before.
Oh, wow.
And so as of yet, it has not yet noticed you. And as you look over, you see currently 4 of the tentacles are being repaired, and 4 other tentacles are attached to the Kraken with those rings around them. And you're still a good 100 feet away from this, and it's very noisy. And
Where's
so
the control
if you wanted to get any closer, what's that?
Where's the control panel?
The control panel?
Off switch.
Give me an Arcana check. Actually, yeah, Arcana, sure.
What do you do?
You don't see one, but you see a weird where the center of the Kraken is. You can see it's been hollowed out, and there's this weird coffin-like device that's got all these cords going into it. So you have a funny feeling that that's some sort of power device for it, but you're not quite sure. But you're over 100 feet away from it right now, and thanks to the noise, it has not yet noticed you as far as you can tell. But it's pretty wide
device
open.
Or pilot?
Maybe pilot? It's a good question. It's hard for you to tell. This is a weird machine.
Where's the heart of the machine that's working on the machine?
You can't tell.
You can't. Okay, so you got these things coming everywhere.
It is stuff everywhere that's kind of working on it right now.
I think I can pilot this thing.
Is it touching the ooze?
No, this is on the floor above the ooze.
You want to try to drive that monster.
I don't think that's a bad idea because what if it can go below the ooze?
We know it can and has. This is our new ride.
We don't know it can go below the ooze.
Yeah, we do.
We don't know if we can
We
go
fought
inside.
these tentacles that
were
came
floating.
out from the ooze.
They were on this floating stuff.
No. This thing,
They came out of the ooze.
Okay.
Yeah.
The teleport.
Jackpot.
They had the teleportation devices, and they came out of the ooze. But they're metal.
How do
so
we
you know that
commandeer
metal
it
things
without
go on the ooze.
destroying it then?
First, lower your voice.
I don't have a volume setting.
So,
Set Paladin to whisper mode.
The gearbox isn't with you.
okay. Can you? I tried to ask this question. Can you lay out this room a little better so I can try to figure out a path?
It's
the
pretty
goal
wide
here-
open. You're not going to be able to get close to it without going to the open. That's what
Fair
you're
enough.
asking. That's what
Fair
you're
enough.
asking
Yep.
for.
Any
So if we were to distract the attacks, could you get into it?
will to try?
Oh wait, hold on. What if I were to?
If we, yes, get
Hold-
the
hold
three tentacles on us, you could teleport past it.
There's 4 being repaired, 4 attached.
Yeah.
So real
So
quick.
when you look at them, the 4 attached look in good repair.
I can cast major image to do a major image of the room, and then we can sneak up.
We're gonna move the major origin today. I think you're all overthinking.
You want to make like a 2D
Either this thing-
version of the room?
Yeah, remember Mission Impossible?
Yeah.
That's what they did.
Hold on. Here's the thing. Either we gotta go
Brilliant.
find the power
Actually,
source,
That's actually can
the
work.
pilot, or
Remember,
nothing.
there's still the tests to see if it notices it's an illusion. There's always a test. Investigation.
Well, why
test.
would it be looking to see if it's a test?
I don't think we need to worry about this at the moment.
I'm not saying it won't work. I'm just saying it's not foolproof. I will do investigation
Okay,
rolls
we
to
walked
see if it
into this
notices.
building. It's one room.
Yeah,
Scrap everywhere. Bunch of machines
Looks
working on a machine.
kind of feels like,
there's-
for lack of a better term, it looks like a garage.
Okay, but so like these whatever. Okay, describe the machines working that are repairing the tentacles. Where are they coming from? The ceiling, the floor, the walls, a pile of scrap. My bad.
It's a combination. You see like a couple of the tentacles lying on these tables, and there's like these animated hammers and stuff
Okay.
just kind of working on them and different tools. Another one sitting on another table, and you
Are
can
these
see
hammers floating?
yeah, and you can see other ones that are like these little clockwork creatures, kind of crawling all over it. Like you can see them like doing these little light kind of comes out of them. And you see sparks, and it's putting stuff together, almost like it's melding the metal onto the
Candle
metal.
beams.
We do not want to give him enough time to get all his arms repaired.
No, not at all. But from this distance, the cavity. You said it was a chest.
Yeah, it's on the inside of it.
How big does it look?
Roughly between 5 and 8 feet long and a couple feet wide. Like it looks like a coffin. It actually looks like a coffin.
Any wires coming into it? There's dangling.
Lots.
There's are these dangling.
It's definitely held in place by more than wires. But then you see all sorts of wires coming from into it as well.
But not in the coffin. They're going to the coffin, not in the coffin.
You can't see into the coffin.
I can't
It's
see the
closed.
coffin.
I think we might have to do it. I put it up, and then we slowly walk behind it.
I don't think
How's you gonna get close to it?
like this. I walk forward.
Okay, never mind. No, I'm doing it.
I don't. You got 2 spells.
Yeah, and so what? You just want to go up to it
Yeah.
and to, "Ooh, hello."
No, it's turned off.
How do you know?
The coffin's empty.
The coffin is closed.
Okay, I'm
You
doing
can't
it.
see into the coffin.
Oh.
Major
I
image.
said that already.
I'm doing major image.
Okay, and so you're basically going to create a 20 by 20
Flat
imitation
image.
from its point of view.
Okay,
Oh, I
Of
can't see the
the-
whole room, right?
Well, it's only 20 by 20.
Jeez.
That's enough for you to hide behind. It's going to be a tricky one, though.
Should we do it?
This is not gonna work.
I'm not saying it won't work. I'm just saying it's going to be tricky. All depends on the
I think
rolls.
it's that, or we end up just having to try to walk in.
Where are you? Oh, there it is.
And I am
Mr. Bumblekin, can you come up with any other idea besides walking in?
Well, we are at quite an
I don't know why
impasse.
we need another idea.
I don't know if we could fight these things. Like we're quite damaged, quite resources spent.
I mean, if it wants to fight, we can. Yeah, the door's still open. We can just leave.
And come back to it fully repaired.
Yes.
Well, but that's why it's now or never, right?
Mm-hmm. That's kind of how I feel.
We're wounded.
Oh no, we are you talking about wounded? Oh, you're wounded.
You have a bump on your head from when you jumped into the roof.
My face is still sore from the screen.
Exactly.
You're freaking idiots.
Spells are down a bit, right? But if we don't do it now, then we come back and it has 8 arms as opposed to 4.
Floating hammers, are they mechanical?
Yes.
If I remember correctly, those tentacles did work on us.
But they were also annoying because they were picking you up and trying to toss you in the ooze too.
That's true. Which still they could try to do here. Try to throw
I'm
us
not-
down the holes of the...
To be very honest with you,
The
I'm
holes are a
not
little
overly
further away.
overly afraid of this machine right now. It's hooked up to something. Something's.
Can it move about? Like, does it
Or
look
also-
like it's...
It looks pretty immobile. Like, it looks like it's chained up pretty good.
I think
You don't know if it can break those chains. It's definitely got legs, like it's meant to move about. But right now it's kind of suspended, slightly above the ground, and it's got chains all over it.
Well, what other? So what? Can you remind me again? What other items are in this room?
It's just piles and piles of junk, and you haven't spent any time searching through that. Although it would take
Does it
you-
remind me of, like, the room that we were in with the brain of the
Yeah.
the window?
Same idea.
What other? Are there things that are fixing it?
Yeah.
Because I could use the sky self.
Those
On
things are
myself.
little hammers.
Hold on.
Well, hold
and
on.
little clockwork devices.
I know, but I can use my
Real
hand.
quick before you do that, I'll just ping my wand.
Okay.
What's the range?
I don't know.
I think it's only like 10 feet. And you're looking for secret doors,
or
traps.
rooms,
I think it's traps and doors.
equipment, wand of secrets.
All right, keep talking, Vito.
30 feet.
Is it
But
possible?
it's traps and doors, right?
Doors or trap in 30 feet. Yep.
All right, so nothing. You don't see anything within 30 feet.
No doors or
How?
traps.
The things that are repairing it. What do those things look like?
Like I was saying before, some of them look like tools that are just floating around. Some look like little clockwork devices, like some look like little spiders that are going around. They pick up. They have these little mechanical mandibles that they pick up, they put in place, and then all of a sudden there's like a beam of light
Right.
that comes out, and you see sparks, and it basically
Welds.
it welds it on.
Arcano beams.
So those things that are floating around, I suppose I can't because of the sky self and the rules of it. But I wanted to use the sky self to use my floating hand.
To look like one of those tools.
Yeah, that are floating around.
No, that's not how disguise self
I know, that's what I'm saying. It would have been great.
I disguise myself as a guy who's got a mechanical hand.
What if I
hammer hand?
I see any gears in
So
the
I'm going to go
file?
up to right into the sarcophagus fire.
Yeah.
Take a gear and then I'm going to tape it to
Right.
Randy's head. Now he's a mechano owl and he'll go scale for. Is that good?
Yes.
It's quite the disguise.
Do it.
I'm going to conjure a roll of duct tape and duct tape a gear to Randy. On his head.
Randy appears unpleased but willing.
Wait, what are you doing?
I have a mechano owl that'll blend in.
I love the
Why-
fact that you have no disregard for your... No
Why do we
regard.
keep listening to him?
No, total disregard
He's
for
going
your
to
familiar.
get
So
us killed.
Randy, the mechano owl, is going to go do a lap around this building.
Around the whole building. Okay, it has a
room,
hard
the
time
room.
because it's got like a weight on it, but
It's not
still,
that big of a gear.
So it's just a little gear.
Yeah, it's a little
So
gear.
it doesn't look like a mechanical owl. Then.
Yeah, it 100% does.
I
It's
just
like
wanna-
a bigger gear enough.
like it's
a
like
big enough gear
like
that can fly.
The head's about that big, so the gear's about like that big. It's cool.
Right.
Duct tape.
Like.
You're the one who pointed out that Vito's idea wasn't a good idea. Just saying.
I'm going with it.
Okay, so you want to scout out the room? Is it going to go towards the Kraken,
No, it's going to go around
Agent.
the room.
but not to the Kraken?
I wanted to say
Where's the
that and
crack in the
slap
room?
him.
The Kraken
Like I'm
is-
assuming we're here. Kraken's here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And there's a lot more room behind you.
I mean, not room behind me.
Well, like here's the room. The Kraken's here. You're here. There's all sorts of room.
How do we get in the middle of the room?
You walked there. I told you that.
Yes, he
You
did.
didn't really pay attention. Yeah, as you're walking around,
But
you
can-
hear this noise,
Can
and as
he
you creep up
major
and look around,
image a pile of gears and just move that with us?
absolutely, and you can just hide inside of the pile of gear image.
But Randy's gonna sit on top of it. We
You,
do.
you mean the walking pile of gears?
That won't be
Legs. I
conspicuous.
don't have legs.
You know, here's another stupid idea for you, Steve. I can use minor illusion to create a mechanical owl, and Randy can go behind the mechanical owl, and we can go together.
2 mechanical owls.
And you can save Randy the embarrassment of having a over his head.
What's
Well,
the
I'm
range
at
of
How about you just
illusion?
put one of those hats with a little propeller on his head? Because you make him look like an idiot. How about you just wear the hat? Because you look like an idiot for suggesting that.
So this is Vito talking, not Mrs. Depp.
Yes!
Can I make a little propeller hat for Randy? Give me a minute to make a propeller hat
No,
for
wait,
Randy.
a steampunk propeller hat.
So it has goggles.
I made one.
And a light.
It's on Randy.
Sure, I'm not even gonna make
And
you
it's
roll for
got a
that.
chin strap.
And this is all so you can scout the room.
He goes faster when we get the power roll full fast. Go.
So this is so you can. Good dog.
Hey, you know what? Wait, and then minor illusion right behind him is a mechanical. Is a mechanical, yeah, from like Clash of the Titans, but an exact copy of Randy, but more mechanical,
But no
and
hat.
has a propeller. Like that, like Inspector
What's the range
Gadget.
of minor illusion?
At this point.
30 feet.
Yeah. So yeah, you can do that, but it kind of stops as the owl continues. So the owl scouts the room. You see just more of the piles of crap everywhere.
Yeah, let's get close to the Kraken.
How close?
How tall is it?
Quite.
Right, give me some numbers here.
15, 20 feet.
That's it?
Like
How tall, how wide, how big is a Kraken?
I don't know.
About the size of
Like this
Kraken?
big?
Okay. So Randy was he's gonna come up,
Huh.
just do this thing, you know.
So he's okay. So it flaps around, and as it does so, it comes close to it.
Yeah.
Okay. So as it comes close, and it gets close, all of a sudden one of the arms activates, in a poof of feathers that then disappear because it's a fey creature. Randy's destroyed.
All right, the hat just falls to the ground.
And clank.
We gotta get that hat.
Roll initiative. Everybody. Roll initiative.
No one else is coming up with anything else. Yours wasn't gonna work.
But yours was.
Now we know.
No, we don't know because we didn't do
It was the
mine.
right call.
No, it wasn't. You were wrong.
Nope,
No, yeah, you were.
Roll initiative.
I already did.
So did I.
I actually
Steve,
rolled
Steve is
these just as
wrong.
you walked in the room.
Steve is wrong.
When we get our very own Kraken,
Yeah.
you tell me.
I'm gonna destroy that.
No, we're gonna need the Kraken.
No, I'm destroying it now. Too late. I have 2 fireballs and it's dead. I'm gonna make you suffer. I'm gonna make you suffer in ooze.
Okay, who got 20 or higher? 15 or higher? 10 or higher?
11.
Really? You all got lower than 11? Holy cow. Okay. 11 for Prof. Okay, who's next?
I got 6.
I got a 6.
I got a 7.
All right, 7's the winner. And then 6 will
When
be
7 wins.
for Detwater
Oh boy.
and for old man, Flugelhorn. Garrett, right? Okay. I forgot your first name for a second there.
It's a unicorn. Kraken.
It's a unicorn kraken.
His horn
Those-
can
those are
pierce
very
the
rare.
sky.
Is it duct taped on?
No. It still looks something like this, except it's got 8 arms.
It's a propeller.
Okay, so all of a sudden, you see the huge kraken start to move around and start scanning the area, and all 4 of his arms detach. All 4 of his tentacles.
Does it have any like eyes or anything?
It's got all sorts of weird things that you probably would be sensors of some sort. And the 4 kind of start to spread around the room. And I want each of you to give me a stealth check just to see how quiet you've been.
Disadvantage.
It's probably going to see you, isn't it?
That was good.
I got
It's a group
Oh,
stealth check.
That was not.
4.
4.
7.
Okay.
21.
21.
8.
Yeah, okay, you failed. So as they start to look around, and all of a sudden they look, you see them kind of stop for a second. The whole kraken kind of shifts and faces in your direction, and then, boo! These arms come flying towards you. Now they spent some time doing this, so they're now about 50 feet away from you in your position. All 4 of them are heading towards you right now. Professor, what you gonna do?
How far away is the Kraken itself?
100 feet,
How far away is the close tentacle? 50, you said?
50. They're all 50 feet away, heading in your direction.
Any 2 of them close to each other?
They're all pretty close to each other right now. They're
Alright,
probably
give me-
there's like 1, and then like they're all like 10 feet apart from each other.
I don't think that's going to be actually very good here. Give me. I'm going to run away from these guys.
Okay, so you move back.
No. Left.
Okay, towards the other pile of garbage nearby.
I'm not, it's hard to, I don't.
I know.
Yeah, I'm trying to stick. spread
It's
out.
fine. It's
And then give me just dexterity saving throw and 2 that are within 5 feet of each other.
okay. There's 2 of them, we'll say. We got a 15 and an 18.
You both pass, you get nothing.
No damage? Is that the acid?
Yes, the cantrip.
Okay. I could have prepared a table for this one, but I didn't think I would need it. But now that I see there's 4 arms and 4 of you, may have been helpful. Oh well, we'll do this theater of the mind. We'll be fine. Okay, so you
Sort
move
of
kind of away
position
from
yourself.
the arms and away from the group. Rin, what are you going to do? You're 50 feet away from them.
And
They're
there's,
heading, and
and
they're,
there's 4
they're
tentacles
zipping
coming up.
towards you right now. Yeah, the other 4 that are currently being repaired don't move.
Are we going to move in, or are we going to just engage them here?
I don't engage from close.
I need people to say. Okay, I'm going to put Spirit Guardians up
Okay.
and sort of look to everyone to stay close enough that the Spirit Guardians.
Protect them.
Yeah.
So all these owls, spiritual owls, start zipping
Randy?
around. Yeah, maybe
Aren't
one
you
of them.
Randy?
Yeah,
Because he's dead.
there he is.
There
he is.
goes my last 3rd level spell.
Are you going to move at all? Are you going to stay close to the other 2?
Well, if these 2 look like they're staying put and waiting for them to come to us, then I'll stay put.
All right, Mrs. Detwater, Garrett.
Okay,
do you wanna do?
before he starts charging in. Is it possible for me to throw a fireball which will catch all 4 of the tentacles and that thing?
Absolutely not. But you can definitely hit all 4 of the tentacles.
All right, let's do that. Fireball.
Because you can basically, there's 2 of them right here. You put it right here. The other ones are 10 feet, 10 feet. So it'll be within the 20 feet. So fireball.
Yeah.
Okay, so I got to make 4 dex saving throws.
Come on, dude.
Oh, what do we got?
Do it. 4. Yeah.
Okay, we've got a definitely. What's the DC?
I guess if it's mine, 15.
Okay, so fail, fail, fail. And fail.
Ugh. Pooh. 10.
24.
24.
Okay, all 4 of them are destroyed.
Oh.
Cue normal music. I told you we didn't need a board.
That's nice.
The Kraken is still operative, but it has no
Look at all
tentacles.
my owls. Useless.
Well, I guess Garrett will run up to like one of the tentacles that's being repaired and break it more. or at least like maybe he shoos away all the things trying to fix it. Actually, that's better. He's trying to so none of the tentacles can be
Taking a floating
repaired.
hammer.
So yeah, you kind of you run up.
Robot spider
We're-
get
we're-
punched.
We're out of initiative now. So you run up and you just like, start swatting them away. They're like "Ew," and they keep trying to come back. So you find if you pick one up and you can like smash the tools, you're able to.
Okay.
Eventually, after a while, they stop coming back.
Is the Kraken crying?
No. But as you get closer, you do swear that you hear a muffled voice coming from inside of the coffin.
It's weird. I hear something. Someone who understands people.
Wait,
Psalm of Randy?
did we kill that tiny demon from before?
Oh yeah, we killed them dead twice.
Oh yeah, we did.
Yeah, we killed that quasi.
We kind of
I
tortured
was
him
gonna
to
say,
death.
is he in there yet? How dare you?
All right, let's. I'm gonna use. Okay, I'm gonna slowly go up to the Kraken.
Okay. You can see that it's kind of in motion, but restrained, and has
See what's restraining it?
all sorts of chains and everything. It's just held in place.
Can I get my mage hand close enough to the coffin and try to feel around for switches, levers, and if not, then I'll start pulling wires.
You can't really feel through the mage hand. So
Okay.
you can have it go up and start pressing stuff, but you're not going to be able to feel anything with your
Okay.
hand.
No obvious handle on the front.
Well, how close do you want to get?
Well, with 30 feet is mage hand.
You're right. Okay, so as you get closer, yeah, you can see that there's a way to open it. It doesn't look like it's this impenetrable coffin, but unfortunately, it doesn't open with the mage hand. It feels locked.
Flugelhorn, can you use your
But,
mage
like,
hand?
It doesn't look like it's sealed. It just looks like it's locked. Like,
Oh.
I mean, like there is clearly a lid that comes off, but the lid is locked on, and there's chains and stuff holding
A
it in
little
place.
lever, maybe a little dial on top.
You definitely would have to go up and probably tinker with it, with your
Grab
hands.
my hand, try to spin it.
Well, so you approach it closer. So as you get closer, you can hear this weird voice coming from inside, but you can't quite
What
you
does it sound
can't you can't pick out why it's so weird because it's mostly muffled, and you don't hear any thumping or anything. You just hear a voice.
Gearbox,
It doesn't sound like Gearbox
Randy.
or your owl.
Is there a visible viewport?
No, it's just it's a kind of part stone, part metal. But you hear like
Okay.
from underneath. You hear like just
Are you singing?
That Skrillex?
It's just weird.
Bangarang.
You're not quite sure what. But as you get closer, you're like...
Is it not aggressive as I'm here this close to it? Like I'm.
The whole thing doesn't really get to move much. It's just kind of
Alright.
hanging there.
It's
It
hanging.
wants to be aggressive, you can tell, but it has no arms.
Okay.
It has no tentacles left.
Okay.
Sorry. Not sorry.
So
I'm staying back, but I can keep my spirit guardian.
can
How long does it last?
you come up here with me, please, Mr. Flugelhorn, sir?
You want me to climb up that thing?
No.
10
We're
minutes.
gonna look around first.
Does it look like that thing can open? It's just sealed from
The
like
coffin?
Yeah.
Yeah, it just looks like it's locked.
So if you
Yeah,
okay,
I'll
so
come with you.
My new bodyguard friend. I'm gonna walk around it, look around, try to make heads or tails of this machine. Is there anything?
It looks like the Krakens out of myths and legends, except
Just
this one
mechanical.
is made
With-
of metal.
with
and
one-
gears, and as you look closer, you notice that some of those lines going into the coffin resemble astral cords, which astral cords are things that would link souls. And so there's several of them going into it.
Okay.
And you remember seeing similar things linking to the brains in the jar to other
Okay.
things. Like when I say wires, sometimes they're actual wires, but when they're linking like the brains in the jar as a thing, they're usually things that look more like astral cords.
Can we get on top of it? So like there's a way to get up there.
Yeah, it's all sorts of handholds and
You
stuff.
can boing all the way
Oh.
up.
We're
And you
gonna
can
actually-
let's climb up.
You can just jump.
I'm not going alone. Just climb up together.
So I'll,
It's a really easy climb. Give me an athletics check. The DC is going to be ridiculously low. It's a DC 5.
17.
Wow. Piece of cake. Did you fail?
I rolled a 4 and still got like an 11.
Yeah, so it really is not hard to climb. What are you looking for? What are you trying to do?
Oh, well, I'm gonna
It's
get-
moving around a little bit, but you can see that...
I think I'm gonna try to figure out how to open it and tell him how to do that.
Oh, you're trying to look down on the coffin?
Yeah.
Okay, so give me an Arcana check.
If you use one of the
21.
floating hands, you can see through it, remember?
Do you have one of the teleportation devices?
I have 2. Because you won't wear one.
Yeah, we
I'm
originally
wearing
got
2.
4.
Okay.
No, we
So
originally
you,
only
as
got
you look
3,
at it, you
2 hands and a
realize
tail.
it'll probably take
That's
you.
right.
It'll probably take you
I have one.
10 times as long to explain it as to do it yourself. It's like when my mom wanted to know how to resize an image. It's like, give me a second.
Oh,
and I'll do
I'm
it for
assuming
you.
I need some like, sort of brute force type.
Nope.
No, okay.
There's definitely some dexterity to
just
it with some of your
open it up,
tinker's
then.
tools. Will definitely help
Do you want
out.
to borrow this then? Then you don't have to go up and you can
I'm
use
already
both your
we're
hands up
already
there? Okay.
Yeah, we're up there.
So you're sending your hands down? Or are you just going to jump down and do it?
No, we'll do it from the top. We're up there. We're both
You're-
up there.
Oh, so you're not on the coffin right now. So you wanted to get on the coffin?
Where do we climb?
Oh, you went up to the top of it, I thought. The coffin's down here.
Oh, I see.
Like in
I
the
was trying to-
center. Not on the top center, in the center
Okay,
center.
so the intention is to climb to the
Oh, you didn't have to climb. It's right
Oh,
there.
okay.
Okay, so you get to the coffin.
We're at the
Give
top.
me a dexterity check with your tinker tools. So you
Oh,
have proficiency, remember?
15.
15 is what you needed. So you managed to open it up. So you pull it open, and inside,
16, sorry. Yeah, I know.
still a pass.
I know.
It's a brain.
Inside is not a brain.
Oh.
What you see inside is this goop, this weird orangish, in some areas greenish goop,
Juju?
and it's not the god of ooze.
No, I know that.
Okay, all right. You just had to cross that off the list, right?
Does it have a
And
bunch
hold
of...
on, let me finish.
No.
Inside as well, you see this weird helmet-looking device that looks like it could fit over somebody's head,
Nice.
and that goop goes into that helmet as well. And you see what looks like manacles that would hold something in place, and the goop goes through the manacles as well. And you can see the astral cords going; they all connect to that helmet. And once you do that, all of a sudden the goop, it kind of, as it does this, it forms into some sort of mouth, and it talks to you.
Hello.
And it's just like, get me out! Get me out!
Close the door. What do we do?
Hey, let me out!
Guys,
I have been here forever.
what are you?
I believe that is the one they call the gibbering mouther.
What's the gibbering mouth there?
Is it?
The what? Oh,
Is it a gibbering mouther?
it is not.
Ah.
Look, I thought you just made up a word.
No, I did.
The gibbering mouth. I was like,
Part of
what?
our religion?
What is that? So hold on. So are you opening and talking to him?
What
Or it's an
are
ochre
you?
jelly.
I am the Grand High Priest of Not there, not there.
I've never been there, dear. What's not there?
Not there, not there is not a there. It's a person. The Grand Majesty herself. Not there, not there. It's really strange. Like you could hear almost different voices, which each of the words that it says.
I'm gonna poke him with mage hand.
It just your hand is gonna go just into the goop. Say, release me, and I will help you.
You do what, dear?
Your goo just slide out.
No, I am attached to the manacles and the helmet.
Who put you in here?
Ah, that little gnome.
How do I
I
release
look
you?
at Hobart.
Wasn't me. Wasn't me.
Your kind.
You can see if you fumble around with the helmet, you can see how to disconnect the cords. So give me an Arcana check.
22.
You don't even roll low on those. I know you have a plus high, but you just roll high too. All right, so without much, you're able to find out how to safely remove the astral cords. As soon as you do that, the entire device stops moving. All of those mechanical creatures that were moving around and repairing it, just if they were floating, they just drop to the ground, and if they were just crawling around, they just all of a sudden stop mid everything they're doing. Everything just shuts down.
Major tentacles attack us.
What's that?
How can major tentacles attack us?
And I am not in control. So you see him kind of slop out, and just form into a puddle, and you see him kind of form into a bit of a humanoid shape, but you can see that he's having a hard time maintaining that shape. And his face is weird. It's kind of elongated, almost like it was a bird face of some sort. And the more you look at him, it reminds you of like
A Kenku?
a Kenku, which all of a sudden clicks and makes you understand why his voice sounds so weird. Because what you know about Kenku is they don't talk; they have mimicry, which means they mimic sounds.
Okay.
So now you can hear he's using different voices of things that he's heard to piece together these sentences. And he confirms that if you say that to him, and he confirms that he is a Kenku. So,
He's a Goku.
A Goku.
how would you like to interact with this weird?
Who is this deity you speak of? I'm not familiar.
She
or
is
would I be?
the wonderful and majestical Nather.
A Medusa?
Yes, but a wonderful Medusa, one that gifted us with glass.
You consider this glass a gift. Why?
Did you just go in the coffin? you like? He's trying to put the helmet on and stuff right now.
Mrs. Deadwater puts on the welding.
Let's have a nice conversation with this blobby dude.
Oh, I can't hear you, dear. And by the way, I signed your last will and testament.
No, floating hammer's back.
I can't wait for Hobart to turn into orange goo.
I know. I will ask about that actually.
Go
What
ahead.
do you think? Oh, you've already put there.
What was your question? I'm sorry.
About his god and it being Medusa. And I believe we have killed her. Or at least a undead version of her in the past building.
That may not be the best way to make a film. Okay, I'm just saying.
That is unfortunate, but understandable. Nather will rise again.
Has this happened before?
Maybe.
Why are you gooey?
It's that gnome.
Did gnome make you gooey?
Yes.
Like before or after he put you in the thing?
Before.
Okay.
He took over our city. He brought the ooze,
How long ago was that?
destroyed the Kenku, and, hundreds of
You
years.
know how to send back the ooze?
No.
Do you know where the gnome's workshop is?
He
Or his laboratory?
escaped into, sorry, I have not heard the word. It is a place that is in a place.
A
Like a glass
ball.
Glass ball. Yes, like a glass ball.
It sounds just like Garrett.
It sounds identical to Garrett. Even though I can't quite do it.
That's pretty good.
But it is a place inside of a place inside of the glass ball.
I got some questions about your Kraken thing, because you attacked us when we first got here.
I am not in control.
Who's in control?
The Kraken, I merely powered it. The gnome had me power all the devices in the city.
Is there a way to take control of the Kraken?
You'd have to be jellified like me,
Oh.
and then he draws from your life force slowly.
How long have you been inside?
A few hundred years.
Oh, we got time.
Was this Qualish evil? You speak of him so dastardly.
Gnome, yes, evil. Evil. The gnome was evil.
Eh?
But now he is at a glass ball.
Okay, can I...
Do you know where that glass ball is?
There are many glass balls throughout the city.
Yes, we found some of them.
I know that he made them all in the foundry.
Where's the foundry?
It is in the city.
Now, what was this place like before Qualish got here?
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Was it all populated by your kind?
The Kenku, excuse me, the Kenku, we worshipped Nather in all her glory.
Were there also humans here? Gnomes? Other species?
Many.
Who were the glass people?
And did they worship other gods then? Such as the other temples we've seen in this city? The bird one?
I don't know.
Who are the glass people that attacked us?
Those were the armatures that Qualish designed to keep others out, but they won't bother you now.
Can you tell us a little bit about the king who's in the palace?
Old, foolish, dead. He now offers what little of his glorified self to the city as decoration.
Do you know of any safe ways of traveling through the ooze for like not ooze people like yourself?
I saw the gnome use his apparatus, which is below.
Below?
Like in this building.
Yes.
But
And you know
there's
how to work the
ooze-
apparatus.
there's-
All the
Wait,
levers.
Oh, that was the apparatus? Okay. I think I'm done talking. You can just put it on with the ooze man.
Do you know any other important locations throughout this place that we could...
The latrine.
We saw a Colosseum on the way. Is that exactly what it looked like?
Yes.
What used to fight there?
Kenku.
Many things.
Like a gladiatorial arena or for
Yes.
entertainment?
Yes.
Christoph Walkes.
Okay, if they keep talking with Oozman, I want to see if I can go inside the little coffin thing and see if I can decipher any other controls, anything about it. And then if there's nothing to learn, I'm going to try to disable it.
Give me an Arcana check.
14.
It appears you've already kind of investigated it from before, so we'll use a bit of that because you failed that. But basically, you see that whatever that headpiece was obviously attached and then drawing through the astral cords life force out. So it's not so much this coffin as a control mechanism. It appears to more be a gigantic battery.
I do. So
Rather than being filled with the batteries from before, it was with this thing inside of it.
Can I remove the headpiece?
Yeah. You won't be able to. You don't know of any use you'll have for it.
I just don't want it. I don't want the.
It'd be very easy
battery.
to disable this.
All right. Let's
There's
do that.
lots of wires that you can cut. You can just bash at things and rip it apart.
Do the list somebody says we want to keep this thing intact. Go ahead, I'm already bashing it.
Yeah. Okay.
Destroy.
Yeah, it takes you a few minutes, but you can easily disconnect that stuff. Everything can be repaired, of course. Nothing's ever beyond.
Well, like that's
repair.
all I want to take. I want to take the headpiece.
Yeah, but you can see the headpiece was cobbled together from a lot of different pieces. And so everything
So
about
one
this
could be made again.
has been fashioned from all these different devices. So you'd have to literally melt down everything in this entire city to ensure that nothing can be made again.
Matthew's telling us it's coming back.
Maybe.
I'm just saying it'll be hard. Like, you can disable it for sure. I'm just saying that. To disable it beyond repair, that's quite the feat.
Okay.
I'd like to show him the map and ask him about these two.
Like your kind of hand-drawn map.
Yeah, our hand drawn map. And ask him, near these two locations, the observatory and this tower, do you have any idea what those two might be?
There's also the
And
blue one.
this not green and blue building. So we have a hand drawn map, right?
That is the... I do not have the word. The thing that you look and see things far, but then they are close.
No idea.
No? And then the other one is just a tower. I cannot tell by your writing. It seems a little scrawled.
Do you know what?
Many of these buildings are now destroyed because of the ooze.
Was that thing you're not familiar with? Was it a telescope?
Yes,
Wait, what is it?
I guess it is a...
Telescope? These creatures are quite fun.
What do we do with you?
I can fend for myself. And he starts to, like, slop away. Like, his arm all of a sudden slops forward, and then he reforms that as his foot. And he slops and reforms. And he just kind of, like, slowly slinks away.
This thing is gross.
Let's go find the apparatus.
Yeah.
Because if we can get below the ooze, there's
there-
lots of other baubles we can get to.
I'm gonna grab handfuls of junk from this room and stuff in my bag. A few pieces here and
Sure.
there. Just wires and stuff.
You have to just remind me if you ever want to use it for anything.
Yep.
It's hard to tell what will be useful.
I know, I'm just
You
gonna
can
random-
spend, if you want to spend a good amount of time
How much is
here,
a good amount of time?
it would take you hours.
I wouldn't mind
And
doing
even
that, but I'm
then,
not
even
gonna...
even after hours, there's no way you would have like searched through every pile of garbage.
Sure.
But you could if you spent at least half an hour to an hour, I'd let you do a preliminary search and see if you find anything useful.
'Cause-
But it is just piles of junk. But you've searched for piles of junk before
Yeah.
and found useful things.
So
and there may have been a
will
bunch of useful
say
things in that thing that you
Yeah,
dropped to the ground.
Fitbits are nice. More batteries would be nice. And you never know what else is in this
Yeah,
stuff.
there
If
might
you
be a
guys
not
wanna-
infinity gem.
Yeah. Also, yes.
True.
So anything. I'll let you know what I'm looking for. Well, I won't look for anything, obviously, but like I want more batteries. Anything that looks like it.
I want.
I want.
But
But that's what I'm looking for. Devices that are still working.
Well, are we willing to spend half an hour to an hour in a searching a place?
Unless anybody says no.
well, what's our timeline like? We're in.
I think
It's way beyond the 24 hours that you were worried about the
I don't think we have a.
planar craft crashing.
Okay.
You have no idea what's happening back in Harinburg right now. So you don't have this definitive timeline, but obviously the longer you take, the longer Harinburg is in danger.
Let's see. Let's just spend some time here. You know what? 1 hour. I want 1 hour.
I think if something was going to be useful,
Give
It'd
me,
probably
give
be
me
in
an
here.
hour in the junk.
Now we're in the
You
jungle.
said there's a couple openings though where we can see down.
Oh yeah,
into-
lots. There's tons of them.
Matthew,
Can I,
did not me.
can I look
That
down
was
those and
Matthew.
try to see?
Don't blame me.
Try to see if I can see the apparatus.
Okay, so that's what you're going to be trying to do as
Yep.
well as searching around. Anybody else going to do something through this hour? Or are you going to just help search?
yeah.
Yeah.
Just watch the cake and walk away.
Feed it new words.
Have you heard the word?
What other words don't you know? See if I can build up your vocabulary.
Which is weird sounding things.
Okay, so give me a perception check or an investigation check with advantage. Because it's not so much about whether you know it, it's about knowing what to look for.
17.
17. So you're searching through. So yeah, you look down, and it doesn't take you very long, probably about 15 minutes before you find the right hole in the ground that you look down. And you can see not that far down, on a pile of junk is something that looks very similar to the apparatus. It's probably only about 5-10 feet into the ooze. As you look around,
It's in the ooze?
yeah, it's down on the lower level in the ooze.
Okay.
As you look around, you find all sorts of things that you feel like you could spend
The rest of my life here?
you could spend days here sorting through this junk and taking stuff that you want for your tinker's shop.
Evil gnome.
So you can easily
Lost
pack up at least
library of
1,500 gold pieces worth of stuff that you could sell to other tinkers and use for yourself, and useful baubles and stuff. Give me a D100 roll as well, please.
Boom, and then boom. 80.
Okay. Okay, so you also find, because you find you find stuff that would be equivalent to spell components for useful for studying spells if you wanted to try to learn something from one of the spell scrolls as a permanent spell, equivalent to about 200 gold pieces worth of components. On top of that, you find a metal cylinder that when you pop open the one side, you pull out this map. It's parchment, but the parchment hasn't deteriorated with time. It actually it feels magical, but not at the same time. And when you unroll it, you see what appears to be the city of Dunier-Glonier, and you can see there's like these 4 little pings on it that are moving around inside the building that you're in.
I'm going to take 2 steps to the left.
It's you don't really see much movement there because you can tell that.
I run to the other corner of the building.
Okay, so over that 10 minutes it takes you to cross, you do see one of those things kind of move to the other side of the building.
Harry Potter map.
How is it tracking us, though?
It's my Fitbit.
It's all connected. One large conspiracy theory.
So, is this something I need to identify?
We could try to identify
I
it.
will.
I want to walk to him.
Okay. So you see him looking at this map.
Beep, beep,
What is that you have?
beep, 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 beep. Nothing. I don't know.
So you spend 10 minutes identifying throughout the search, and you don't really pick up any more properties from it. It does feel like
Just us.
it is magically tracking you guys.
Do you want to hold the map?
No.
Do you want to hold the map?
No, I found the barrel.
Do you? Do, all right. Keep an eye on us. Make sure we don't get lost.
We probably need some chain or something.
Okay, so let's go over to the barrel.
Maybe
Okay.
The apparatus.
maybe a pulley system or something.
So now that you see it from the outside, you actually recognize that during all of your search, you came across several copies of that, but in various states of repair. So the one that's down there in the ooze, that's about 10 feet under. So it's like there's 10 feet of ooze, and then there's the device, which is pretty big and heavy. It's there, it's intact. It looks like it's operational. But when you look back, you can actually see, like, because it looks like this.
Yep.
Looks like this. So you look around and you can see intact barrel lying in one of the heaps. You can find like pincers. You feel like
I can
with
pull
a
one?
journal and that, and with sufficient time, it'll probably take you a few hours. You could you could build one because they're already so close to being built. But it would take a few hours.
Wait a minute. Oh, never mind. Let's build one.
So instead of using that, like trying to figure out how to pull that one out, you think you can build one?
Yeah. Right now, we're gonna do one of those montage things. Where somebody's gonna sing a song, and then we're gonna like go different parts of me just building this thing. So I'm gonna spend a couple hours building one. And you guys
I'd like to hear the montage.
Even Rocky had a montage.
This is a really bad thing in this montage.
Building old
Building
lights
this
of
still
quality.
thing in our montage.
Why are you so quiet?
Tink, tink,
Ting,
tink.
ting, ting, in
Ting,
the
ting,
montage.
yeah. Ting, ting, ting.
I found it.
Somebody paint their
found it. I found it. I found it. You ever see the soundboard? Just like record a little sound bit, and then everybody's do one.
Me
Should
wiggling
like
my brain.
set fireball to precision.
2 hours have passed. They're all sweaty and dirty.
Yeah, what do you mean a couple? Like 2 hours, 4
I
hours?
said a few. Probably, it
5.
depends on the roll, basically.
Well, let's build it, and then we could maybe take a long rest.
I want a good shot of like
It'll
Wilbur
definitely-
wiping
Inside of it, in
Yep.
the ooze.
We have the technology.
You know you're really safe there. Nothing's coming to us here. Yeah, you probably take you till nighttime to finish it. And then you could take a long rest. This garage seems safe enough now that you've disabled the coffin. Nothing's
Go
moving.
It took a little extra time because not only did I build the machine, I summoned a new Randy, and I made a new hat for him.
Oh, and you're putting flames
Are you
on it.
slow
Put flames
blinking at
on
me?
it. And a spoiler.
Do you have one of those moments where
Ours does have a spoiler.
Flames and a spoiler.
So that's what whose contribution is that?
Mrs. Duttwater's putting flames and a spoiler.
So she's just like painting flames on the side.
Yeah. Hellfire flames.
Polish your bust. Okay, what are we calling our brand new ship? The Randy 2, alright.
The freaking idiot.
Okay, give me an Arcana check
No, that's the
to
license
see
plate.
how successful you are after all of this.
Idiot.
14.
14. Okay, so it takes a long time until like far into the night. You're looking at around midnight. You finally complete it.
I think we should go to bed. We'll take
so,
the
too.
maiden voyage of the Randy 2 in the morning.
License plate E-G-I-T.
Idiot.
That's the license plate.
Long
You
rest?
sure you got it right?
Nope.
Fair enough.
So basically, it ends up this thing. It looks like a large sealed iron barrel. It weighs roughly 500
Tube crab.
pounds.
Middle tube crab.
Yeah. Well, when you press, when you finally finish it and you pull the one lever, everything kind of pulls inside, and that's how you know it works. Now it just resembles a barrel, and then you pull the right levers, and they all come out. But it weighs over 500 pounds. And the nice thing is the thing that opens up the thing is actually that opens up the hatch is actually hidden, so it's hard to find. But you
Nice.
know where it is, of course. So it's hard for others just to come and find it and unlock it.
They
Unless
just,
they
just
know.
find it sitting there.
Yeah, if they just find
can
this
put your
barrel,
pudding members in
it just looks like from the outside when it's all.
We don't have like a wand that you.
Yeah, that would reveal it. That would reveal it. But you know where it is. Yeah, you know where it is. Like when you go inside of it, it is. What is it?
Did you make this one any more roomier?
No, I in fact made it gnome sized.
Yeah, so it's basically when you're
Super.
inside of it, it's basically it would take up a 10 by 10 square. It's a large creature, but it's a cylinder inside, so it's not quite that big. It wouldn't be roomy enough to sleep in for 4 people.
Okay.
4 gnomes or 4 halflings maybe, but
We'll sleep outside of it.
yeah, a couple people could fit in it, but 4 people crammed in there, and because there's only a little bit of flat ground, and then it curves out, so you really maybe 2 people could sleep in there if they're nice and
I'm sleeping
cozy with
inside
each
of it.
other.
All right, what's the
Jeremy's ready for a long rest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am.
What's the sleep order? We already had one. We used that one.
So 1, 2, 3, 4.
There it is.
All right.
There it is.
Let the DM decide. Let's be much faster.
It's very ominous music, though.
Yeah.
The whole place is ominous. Deal with it.
Oh, I'm dealing with it.
In the morning, you all refer to me as Captain Professor Hobart.
Okay, the long rest passes without incident. Long rest it
evil
up.
gnome.
I'm not evil.
I'm starting to think all gnomes are evil.
Kind of with you, Brent.
And you know what? This
Seem
seems
to
like a
have
good place to
ulterior
take
motives.
to take our own short rest. So we are going to pause right here. We're just about at the 2-hour mark, so it just makes sense to pause right here, take our 15-minute break. So we'll be right back. If you're watching this live, we'll probably be back in a few minutes to start just chatting with you. And we're back. Okay, so you've had your long rest. You've built your apparatus. The weird ooze thing is long gone, meaning the green and orange ooze man, ooze bird boy. I don't know, whatever it is.
Birder?
Bird ooze, the booze.
The booze.
It's the booze.
The bird ooze, man. Man, how bad?
He's the Cancoos.
The Cancoos.
The
There you are.
ooze.
Or the ooze coo.
Ooze coo.
I like ooze coo better.
Ooze coo.
Ooze coo. Threw out my groove. So, where to from here?
All aboard the SS Randy 2.
What does SS stand for?
No idea.
I am gonna
Super
cast.
ship ready too.
I'm gonna cast remove curse on Garrett's.
On him. On him.
Yeah, it says I cast it on the weapon, and that removes the attunement.
Oh yeah. Okay. Sure.
So I break attunement with the
That's,
thing.
that's a level 3 spell then.
Yeah.
Hang on to your weapon so you don't do that again.
Well, you have to get attuned to it before it curses you. All right, so it breaks it. So you all of a sudden feel this relief that you no longer feel attached to this weapon.
Oh,
And then you feel a longing towards that dancing glaive that you've been eyeing this whole
Draw this
time.
giant sharp wand.
You can
down.
almost hear a little
Homer, let's
voice.
definitely trade. Keep this in your bag.
You can almost hear a little voice in your head as you hand it off, and the curse goes away, saying, "I've always seen you looking at that glaive."
Yes.
It's a meme. It's that meme with the girl and the guy.
Oh.
as you hand it off, it's like.
Hey, Rob, can you center me? It's really bothering me.
Someone want to make that, please?
Just do the actual camera because I'm not centered in any of them. It's really
Yeah, the
bothering
clock,
me.
the clock.
It's slowly become more and off. Somebody must have hit the camera.
The numbers, Mason. What does it mean?
You have to hold your elbows the proper level. You look foolish, Matt. There you go.
There we are. That's close enough. All right. Anyway, let's keep going. So you take the glaive then.
Mm-hmm.
The glaive, and you have to attune to it to be able to use it.
The magic word.
Throw that other one in the ooze.
No, we're gonna sell this.
No, you can't do that. You can't curse someone with it.
We can totally
We
curse
could.
Mila. Brickbow. Oh yeah.
Well, I mean, she did
No, Brick
task
Bill's
us to
gonna-
bring
yeah.
things back, so
Yeah,
as
exactly.
long as we preface her and let her know that it's cursed.
No.
But yeah, you know the magic word for the glaive is Randy.
Randy?
I don't know why it was weird. Let's say Randy.
Randy.
Yeah, you have to attune to it before it'll actually obey you.
You can
Let's go sit in the SS Randy.
Randy 2.
Randy 2, sorry. While I think about this.
All
wonderful
aboard the
weapon.
super ship Randy 2.
Yeah, you can basically, if you spend an hour in the ship and you don't do anything strenuous, you can count it as a short rest and be
Who's
attuned
gonna
to
be
it,
the
right?
first mate?
Wow, no volunteers.
I will be.
All right, you know how to control this thing too.
No.
Okay, who also learn how to pilot this thing?
All
Are
right.
you going to teach everybody how to pilot it?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Mrs. Doubtwater will do it.
All right, so you all are familiarized with the craft. It's not that hard.
Because it's just all the
remembering.
levers,
Oh,
It's
right?
just there's 10 levers. and
We
you
have
to
fuzzy
re-
dice, by the way, and it's just 2 gears.
two gears hanging there. Okay. Are we going to spend the rest of the session pimping out this apparatus?
Look, I want to make sure
Yo, dog.
there is a
Please.
hook on the left side for my hat when I'm piloting.
Okay.
Can we,
is
can
important.
we
You know
go
what?
with the
There are
TV?
so many
Put the
different.
Oh,
TV in
yes,
there?
the TV.
Yes,
TV.
we're pimping.
We're going back. We're going back to the TV.
But the
pimping our
TV doesn't work when
submersible.
it's off the thing.
But we gotta bring the whole block of stone with us.
That's not going to fit in here.
Oh, come on. I don't want to get inside this anymore.
No TV, I'm not going.
I'm not going anymore.
Yo, dog, I heard you like a Samsung.
We're in the ooze.
All right, so you're actually going to go down to the ooze?
Yeah.
So once we're in the ooze, I'm going to start praying and cast locate object.
Okay, we'll get to that in a second.
Okay.
Are ya ready, kids?
All right, so you start operating the levers. You hear the clunk clunk of the legs coming out, and you feel the whole thing kind of lift up with the legs, and then you start to pilot it. It's like tick 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 tick. And it's a little rough as it's walking on the land, as you can feel like every little step kind of just jolting you around. So you just have to kind of hold on to the sides because it doesn't have any chairs.
Told you it needed more springs.
Yeah.
Wait, want to do barrel roll?
Wow.
You should have put your boots on its front feet.
Is that glaive based on a weapon?
Can we?
Yeah, it's polearm basically.
Yeah, like there's no magic item it's based on or anything.
No,
just for-
I created it.
just make a custom. Okay.
Yeah, so it's just a +1 polearm. It should be
A glaive +1.
that you can bonus action have it fly around.
There's dancing sword if you want to maybe use that.
Yeah, you know what? That's what it was. It's
Okay.
it's pretty much a dancing sword.
But a glaive.
I'm like, I thought I had got it off of something, but it was a few weeks ago.
I don't know what the rules for dancing sword are, but
Let me check. Let me double check really fast. See if it's accurate enough. Yeah, because there's all sorts of dancing types of stuff.
Yeah, you can get a dancing greatsword, which will be two-handed
Yeah, bonus
and
action,
heavy.
toss a magic sword in air, speak the command word when you do so. It hovers, flies 30 feet, attacks one creature of your choice.
So is it the
Uses
dancing?
your attack roll and ability score modifier. You can use a bonus action to cause it to fly 30 feet to another speed. It has to stay within 30 feet of you.
Okay.
And it can also attack with that same bonus action.
You can move and attack with one bonus
Yeah,
action?
and technically after it does it 4 times, it has to return to you. So you can only go out and do 4 times and come back.
Okay.
But
And then, like, when it comes back, I have to grab it again?
yeah. So you have, or it falls to the ground in front of you.
Okay.
And if you move more than 30 feet away from you, it drops to the ground as well. So it has to stay within 30 feet to operate.
So it's essentially the dancing greatsword, but does it D12 then?
D10.
D10?
Was it D10? Was the glaive D10?
D10, yeah.
Hold on, I can tell
Glaive
you.
D10 with reach.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I can print that for you.
It is it's a D10 weapon. It's a reach 10-foot D10 weapon that has all the properties of a dancing sword.
Okay.
Okay, that's nice and easy to remember. Awesome. And it's a +1 weapon too.
Okay,
It's
perfect.
actually a +1.
Which is really good.
Because this one, the
Yeah, the
base
dancing
one
sword
is
is not a +1.
Okay.
It's a very good item. You're gonna like it. But it can only, when you have it dance, it can only attack something within 5 feet of it. And
Okay.
it doesn't give them they don't get opportunity attacks from stuff leaving it. Like it doesn't take up a space.
It's more like the spiritual weapon.
Kind of like a spiritual weapon. Somebody could theoretically grab it and try to grapple it and stuff if they really wanted to. But okay, so you kind of clink over to the edge and then and everybody just kind of it goes around. And you don't find an easy way in, but you're able to ride it easily enough. Pull its feet back in, and then you can feel that it basically operates like a submarine, and you have that control over it. So you're going to cast Locate Object. What are we trying to locate?
A bauble. It says I can.
Bing, 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 bing.
So it says I can describe or name an object that is familiar to you. You sense the direction of the object's location as long as it's within 1,000 feet, and then down here it does say alternatively the spell can locate the nearest object of a particular kind. So even though
before you cast it, he's got a couple of
two.
them. So if we're being generic, it's unfortunately going to locate those.
I am not active.
oh, well, that's not going to work then.
Yeah.
The way we do
If,
it back
if
on
you
ones
if you knew what they looked like more distinctly, but like I said, when you looked at 2 of them, the only way that you tell that there's something different about them is holding them side by side and see that they're slightly shaped differently. But there's no huge visual difference.
We know where a couple are, though.
What about Qualish's bubble? That's too specific?
You don't know what that is.
Not sure.
You have to locate an object you're familiar with, or at least that have a general description of
It just says that the spell can locate a specific object known to you as long as you've seen it up close, and it says in brackets within 30 feet. At least once.
Yeah.
Pile of this.
But you're looking for something you haven't seen, which is allowed. You're allowed to do that, but you're being more general, and unfortunately that would just ping the...
Do we want to go get the King's bubble?
I don't know. I've already piloted this towards the Coliseum.
Okay, so you're just kind of heading off towards the Coliseum as everybody discusses where they want to go.
Nobody said anything. I've turned to the Coliseum.
As you move forward.
I think that was the next logical place to go.
We shouldn't let go of anything.
Yeah, you kind of pick through the ruins, and it's very eerie now that you're down here, and you can kind of see out the viewports. You can see all these, now that you can see them closer, you see all these different glass statues, and as much as they're all arranged to look like they're in their day-to-day duties, you can't help but notice that most of the expressions on their face are of terror.
Should we cut them in half as we go by?
Snip, 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 snip.
No.
Yeah.
No,
And
don't
as,
do
you're,
that.
as you're going through the streets, there's just tons of them. There's got to be thousands of them, even more than that, all through here. But you're able to hover above them. The ooze itself, the lake, seems to leave you alone. It doesn't seem to notice you're passing through it. So that's good, because obviously you could beat the crap out of this thing until it was destroyed. But it doesn't seem to care. You enter the Colosseum, and you enter this enormous Colosseum. It's just huge. And you can see, as you're going through it, in the stands, there are glass people, all in positions of cheering. All of their faces are kind of terrified as you can see that closer. And as you're going through the Colosseum itself, you see different depictions of what you'd expect in a gladiatorial pit, of different things fighting. You can actually see glass animals and glass people all in the stance, like they're in the middle of fighting. But once again, if you ever take a closer look at the people's face, their faces are all contorted, like they were put in those positions unwillingly. And after searching around it for probably about 20 minutes, you do notice a bauble. And this one is the top. It's basically a mace. There's a gladiator holding a mace, but instead of the mace head is a glass bauble.
All right, we got a little thing there, and we'll grab it, right?
Hold on, though. Do you really think that's the one that's going to lead us to Qualis?
So you approach it.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Does it matter?
Well, no need to click into one that we don't need.
But we never know.
So you grab onto it, and you notice that it doesn't immediately pull you into it. And then you see another. What's that?
What?
You see another lever kind of pop up, and you know that instinctively, if you pull on that, you will enter whatever the bauble is.
No. Can we not bring the bubble in?
No, there's no way to bring it in.
Let's pile it up to
It's
the
basically
surface.
what you notice as you see this, and you see it come out. You see this like umbilical cord thing come out, and basically grab onto it. And now that it's holding it, you pull this one lever, and it'll activate it.
Should we not just? I'll explain that. But should we not just like go pile it up to the surface and get out and give the old toucheroo? No lever. I want my shipment with me.
Okay, so you pull the lever, and all of a sudden you all have that same eerie feeling of that blackness overcoming
Here we
you.
go again.
And after just a
Come on, the magic school
and Brother
bus.
Renus, the queasiness comes into your stomach, you can't help but feel a little angry. And then, as you black out for a second, then you wake up, you're not inside of your apparatus.
Crap.
You're inside of the gladiatorial arena. You're right.
Oh, we should have
smack-
seen this coming.
You're
Square
smack
off.
dab in the middle of it. And it's this fog-filled arena. And as you look up into the stadium, you see that it's filled with spectators. But these spectators are all shadowy figures. But they're all kind of cheering in a slow motion way. You hear, this deep cheer coming from and then as you're standing there, the four of you in the center, like almost back to back, looking in different directions, and you see the one area where like the king would be sitting, and there's this big, huge, shadowy figure on a throne, and it raises a hand, and then lowers the hand, and then you see the gates open up, and out from all four corners of the arena spring forward four creatures coming at you at very quick paces. And one of them is there's basically three average size creatures. They're all shadowy figures as they come towards you.
Are they orcs?
And one, no, they're shadows. Like they're
was
just
having déjà
made of
vu.
shadow, and they're like leaking fog as they're coming towards you. And one of them's smaller than the rest. One's like a small creature, and they all charge towards you. Roll initiative.
We're fighting ourselves.
Roll initiative.
Nobody trusts the little one.
If that's the case, I'm killing the little one.
Oh, I wanted the little one.
To live out a fantasy.
Yes!
I've always wanted to do this.
You see that
Which one's holding the
stubbornness?
broom?
Are you with me?
Just gonna fire.
I rolled good today.
Oh, you did okay.
Hold on a second. Cue fighting music.
Don't kill my
Fighting
shadow,
music.
bro.
Wait a minute. My shadow you can totally talk to. He's reasonable.
I use my shadow jump. He's getting the heck out of here.
Oh, crap. Look out for a shadowy glaive.
How perceptive is our shadow? Can I turn myself into a shadow?
And try to trick your shadow into being the shadows.
Oh, no.
Okay.
You're not me, I'm you.
We are we.
20 or higher.
17.
17.
16.
Hold on 1 second.
How you roll? How do you always do that?
16 for Garrett. After that.
11.
And 4. Nice. Why go first when you can go last, right?
I like to watch.
So they're all about 30 feet away at this point. And so there's basically the four of you in the center, and There's a
Each,
shadow
like,
coming
one of us.
straight towards you. The smallest one happens to be coming towards the professor.
No way!
Give you 1 second now. Okay. And let me just check one more thing.
I'm kind of afraid. If you just start, your shadow just starts.
Okay. This is gonna be fun. What you gonna do, Professor?
Go with the wall.
Curl up into a ball? Is that what you're gonna do?
No, I'm gonna make Shadow me take a Constitution saving throw.
This is the fun part.
The good Shadow us is at the for the evil Shadow us is. Some and some.
Some shadow assist.
Yeah.
Constitution saving throw?
Yeah.
gonna be based on your-
21. The shadow seems to be constituting.
Shadow Hobart is pretty tough. Alright, Flesh Hobart is not gonna run.
Which way?
Oh crap.
There's shadows coming in all directions.
Into Shadow Hobart.
What spell were you casting? Which one were you casting?
Heal.
Liar. Was it infestation?
Yeah.
Okay. So what are you gonna do for movement?
I'm gonna run into Shadow Hobart.
You're gonna run towards Shadow Hobart?
Yeah. Umbrella in hand. Ah!
Okay, so you move into base contact with it?
I guess.
All right.
What do you want me to do?
Garrett,
So Garrett will pull a. So how far away are they, sorry?
30 feet. Well, they're all 30 feet, and he's now next to one.
Garrett will hold up his newly found glaive, throw it into the air, and bonus action to command it to.
What's the magic word?
Randy! He screams as Randy! Randy! And out flies out the glaive.
Okay.
Randy. You gonna just hit?
Attack.
Okay. Yes, 20.
20's a hit.
Are you checking the profile?
6.
None of your business.
Let me just quickly change all my stats.
6 with that.
6 damage.
Yep.
Okay,
And then I'm gonna spend my action to detach my hand, and then my hand's gonna go. My Morning Star is gonna go flying.
Okay. And
'Cause
you can use your movement to get there.
Yep. So now this thing is surrounded by
So
a floating glaive and a floating hand.
Nice. Now attack.
Can I move the hand into a position? Does it gain
It
flanking?
doesn't count as flanking because the other thing's not a
If
creature.
the shadow does the same, you're both standing back like.
It's gonna be amazing.
There you go.
Yeah. So this
It's
is
not flanking. It's not flanking.
Yeah, both my attacks.
Oh, okay. Right.
I got a 19 and does a 19 hit?
Yes. What's the other one?
So 13,
13's a miss.
No, what's your armor? Just check your armor.
19, 5.
Okay. All right. This is Deltwater. What you gonna do?
I'm gonna do 2.
Try to trick yourself.
What? Really?
Check yourself before you wreck yourself.
Convince yourself you know who you think you are.
I'm just gonna do 2 Eldritch Blasts at the shadow that's coming at
At
me.
my shadow.
Wait, are we literally fighting the shadows on the ground?
Oh, jeez. No, that's definitely a miss.
You don't know. What's your armor? Your armor's 13.
What was the first one?
No, it's because mage armor.
Oh, you cast it? It's a new day. Because I don't have mine up.
I always cast mage armor whenever I wake up.
So what'd you get?
It's 16 plus 7. It hits.
What was the first one?
It was a 7.
Okay, that's a miss. Okay, hit.
7 was 14.
How much damage?
Oh, jeez. 6.
All right. You smack it with the Eldritch Blast. You just kind of crash in the shadow, and it reforms, and it continues barreling towards you. Brother Rin.
I'm gonna use Eyes of the Grave and see if these are undead.
No, they are not. Was that an action?
Yep.
So you're just like trying to stare at it? Give me an insight roll.
What initiative did these idiots roll?
Oh, yeah, I did roll 14.
10.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, nope, not undead. It's weird. It's
No,
it's
that's
weird.
okay.
It's the shadows moving forward. Okay, so you're next to a short shadow. It's roughly your height.
Yeah.
Not quite.
No way.
You know, it's kind of leaking fog everywhere, so it's you're not sure exactly how tall it is.
What spell are you gonna cast on yourself?
Hold
Checking
on.
for a good one.
I'm checking.
Yeah, it's like now Matthew's getting to play 4 characters. Enjoy.
Put a bonfire under him.
Okay, so first off, you see the shadow all of a sudden go woof, woof, and reappear 30 feet away from you.
Jerk.
Oh,
Did I lose a spell slot by chance?
Was that?
Did I lose a spell slot?
You did not lose a
Okay,
spell
all right.
slot.
That would be evil.
can you imagine?
That would be evil.
Bad.
And then let's see. All of a sudden.
Can't
Oh
do
wait,
two
no,
things.
no. It's a bonus action. Misty Step is a bonus action.
Is it? I do that.
In fact, it didn't do that though.
No, you did.
As
No,
it-
you did.
as
No,
it
you did.
disappears,
No, please, you did.
You hear a
Boom.
boom.
No, I can't
as
silence
it-
myself.
What's
I
that?
can't silence myself.
Nice try. Give me a Constitution saving throw.
How does that feel?
Is 10 enough? Nope. No way.
I think you know.
Wow.
Okay.
I'm not
so,
excited, guys.
you take 7 thunder damage.
What did you roll?
3, 3, and a 1. Okay.
I'm laughing at the shadow me.
You're like that.
You suck.
And now it's 30 feet away from you.
No, I'm over there. I'm the same thing to him.
It's not your turn yet.
I know. My turn.
Okay. Then the shadow that
blinking
currently has stuff dancing around, it all of a sudden pulls out this enormous glaive and just slashes at your hand twice.
Okay.
Yeah.
You don't want to say Randy.
How much damage can your little hand take? All of it? Could you imagine you died from someone inflicting too much damage to
So
your
one of them
hand?
misses and one of them hits.
Okay.
So I got a 17 and a 22. It does
+4.
it's a +1 weapon. Remember?
That's a +5.
Yeah. So
I
9.
know.
9 slashing damage. Okay.
Grab
And
myself.
then Brother Rin, the one that's not too far away from you. This is actually really hard. This is a lot of work.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, wow, you have to play all 4 of our characters. Like, that's a lot.
It pulls out this large purplish looking spear, runs at you,
Don't use that.
and swings at you.
Friend, it's cursed.
22,
Yes.
but it didn't get a crit. And it's using it two-handed. And so it does 9 damage.
9.
Yeah. I think that's it. Yeah, okay.
Oh.
All right, Professor, what you gonna do?
I don't know.
Are you confused?
Not really good at fighting me.
The one weakness of you is you.
Found my weakness. It's me. Man, I'm gonna go run up to me.
Okay. Hey, right up to the shadow.
I want to grapple myself, but I know how I get out of it.
So you're gonna try to grapple.
No, I can't. Just teleport away. Man, this is. I don't want to use. No. Man, me to.
Hurry up.
I don't want. Give me a.
What, a minute?
Give me Constitution saving throw, please.
22.
Okay. Oh, you're taking half.
I told you it's a constituted little guy. Which one is this?
It's Thunderstep.
Oh, you're doing Thunder Step away?
Oh crap. 9.
9.
And then half.
Half of that?
Out of the 7-1.
Yeah. You don't roll much better.
But to be clear, I am now. How far away is Shadow Hobart from him?
From him?
Yeah,
But 35 feet?
him.
35 feet?
Him.
35 feet?
All right, I'll just be 40 feet from Shadow Hobart.
So you're gonna go on the other side of them?
Sure.
Okay. Because they're currently the two
No,
of them
no,
are
no,
the
no,
two of them
no,
are
no,
engaged
no.
by shadows, and his.
No. Excuse me. No. That's not enough. 60 feet from Shadow Hobart.
How far can you go with Thunder Step?
90.
Okay. So you're just like. So you're just going directly away.
Yep.
So you'll end up.
Can I get to the king?
No, he's pretty far away.
Okay.
You'll end up 30 feet beyond his shadow.
Got
Because
to
you'll
Shadow.
get to 30 feet to him, 30 feet to his
Okay,
shadow.
I
30
can't
feet
see how
beyond
this is, but what I don't want is Shadow Hobart moving 30 feet and get within 15 feet of me and then doing it back.
that. Right.
That's what I want.
Yeah, okay, so you go over here.
That can outfox me.
We'll see. So yeah, so you're about, at this point, you're about 70 feet away from him. Plenty far. Okay, Garrett.
Bonus action glaive attack.
All right, you do it.
for a nat 1. And then
Nice.
double swing with justice. Smack the crit and 19.
Yeah, 1 second.
You're looking up Rin's ability, aren't you?
No.
I have to be within 30 feet.
Oh,
Who said that's what I was looking up?
You and your face.
It's called Sentinels at Death's Door.
I know what it is.
I tried it.
Okay, so it's more than 30 feet away. Yeah, it's too far away. Okay, do your damage.
on the crit, Divine Smite, burning 2nd level.
Yeah.
So that's going to be, I need 1 more D8. Oh,
You need.
oh,
critic,
jeez. So this is Radiant for the first half, 12. 14, so that's
26.
26 Radiant. And
2 of them for your
Yeah.
sword.
3 plus 4, so another
7,
7.
right? Okay.
And then
The shadow is oozing more shadows.
I will burn level 1 Divine Smite and Radiant of 4
Nice.
and 10.
10 more? Or 10 total?
10 more.
10,
4 and 6?
No, 4 and 10.
4 and 10.
4 and 10.
Okay, your shadow dissipates. So there's boom, this huge radiant amount just comes out, and then when it goes, the shadow has dissipated. And the crowd is, and they're all, shit, they're cheering more? It's hard to tell. It's a weird sound.
1 down, 3 to go.
Everything, even everything real, even the ground has kind of this misty feel to it as you feel like you're in the middle of a dream as this all is happening.
I worry about the gnome.
This is Deadwater.
Alright.
Oh wait, I skipped the shadow that was you were fighting. I'm
Oh.
gonna go back and do it.
Okay.
It was last turn. I don't know why. 'Cause I did it, and I did all of them except yours.
Oh, yeah.
Is he going to try to trick him?
That was maniacal.
No. Okay, so the shadow all of a sudden goes like this, and a fireball
Oh, jeez.
lands in the middle of the 3 of you. So each of you give me a dexterity saving throw.
Woo! Should have seen that coming.
No.
It also hits Brother Red Shadow.
No.
Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, look at that! Natural 20.
Nope.
That's cocked.
The DC is 15.
Nope.
I killed you, but I also failed.
6, 16, 22, 28 if you failed, 14 if you passed. And Ren, your shadow failed. So what did I just say? 28?
Yeah.
Is that shadow within 30 feet of me?
No.
Okay.
It's like 40 feet away.
Or any of the shadow? No, I can't. That is not.
Yeah,
how it
there's
works.
one shadow right next to Brother Ren.
Yeah, it does. It has to be the attacker.
Oh, so you can
I was gonna try to rebuke.
rebuke it?
Yeah.
Why not?
28.
Have fun.
So I just take 28.
Okay, so now we're back to Mrs. Detwater and where we currently are. Go ahead. What are you going to do?
How far away is it?
30 feet.
30 feet? I don't know if I should do fireball, if I should just turn to a shadow.
Can you fireball yours and his?
Can I do
No.
that? No? Or whatever, fireball.
You're going to fireball a
Yeah.
single creature?
Yeah.
All right. Dexterity saving throw. It passes.
Alright.
So give me, just roll it, and we'll.
Can I get a D?
You nimble old woman.
That's kind of a chunky shadow.
Oh, jeez. I got 12.
10, 22, 27, 28.
28.
That's what it did to us.
Wow.
Wait,
Weird.
That is weird.
I'm confused. How did you do that?
And I did the exact same thing,
Sorcery.
too.
Sorcery. Did you go? Yeah, it's part of the module that I get to see in the future. Okay, Brother Red,
The magic of
you
the
currently
screen.
have the shadow that's, now that you're looking closer at it, it's starting to feel strangely familiar. But you're not quite, your character hasn't quite figured it out. So what are you doing, Brother Red?
I don't like that. I'm gonna toll it, I guess. Go back from whence they came. So,
I do a,
wisdom, DC 16.
oh man, I'm pretty good at that.
I've heard
6.
that. Shut up.
I got 6.
Okay,
I
well,
failed.
I do some damage. It's wounded from the fireball.
Yeah, so
8.
should be 2d12, right?
Yep, 19.
No, I already know what to do.
Okay, yeah, you see the shadowfy. It's hard to really tell how much damage you're doing to it. Just kind of, it's leaking more shadow.
It's leaky.
Okay, then all of a sudden, the little shadow of yours. Thank goodness for D&D Beyond. This would be.
Can I scream at Shadow Hobart?
It's not your turn.
Okay.
What are you going to shout? I hate you.
No.
I've never liked you.
We can work together! I've never liked you. We can take them all.
Okay. So all of a sudden, it starts to move its arms in a really weird and kind of eccentric way. And a huge wave of water appears and crashes down and hits. No, it's not going to hit you.
Never mind.
It's going to hit the 3 of them. They're all clumped together. And Rin Shadow. Yeah, so it's just big column of waters.
They have no respect for Rin's shadow.
Wow.
Shadow,
Weird.
that feels familiar too.
Shadow Hobart, don't care about
Give me a dexterity saving throw, the 3 of you.
Oop, that's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt.
Yeah, it's DC 15. Did anybody pass?
Nope.
No, it was just
Okay,
me
so
and
you're
the
all
Hobart.
knocked prone.
Yep.
You're knocked prone onto the ground, which is a bad thing because everybody else is next to you. So you're knocked prone, and you're going to take a bit of damage.
How do I summon good Shadow was?
Oh, okay, not much. 11.
I'm out.
And you're unconscious.
I only had 10.
Yeah, so
Do you have any
11,
potions?
11 bludgeoning damage as the water just crashes into you, and all of a sudden you're unconscious, and the 2 of you are just standing there. Garrett's shadow
Is dead.
is dead. That's right.
Yay. I was like, it comes back.
And then Mrs. Deathwater's shadow all of a sudden goes. And oh wait, I forgot to do the damage on your shadow. He passes. So what damage did I just do to you guys? 11, so it's 5. Oh, actually destroys it anyways.
Oh.
So your shadow dissipates and a fireball comes roaring. So you just take. What's your max hit points?
38.
Okay, let me roll it. So the 2 of you give me a dexterity saving throw.
You're a monster.
Guys, so far every time we died in the bottle round.
I can't bring you back.
It's been
The one
fine.
time.
I don't have enough diamond dust.
I crit, but
What was the dex save on that fireball?
15.
I failed.
22.
No.
22 damage.
Okay.
So you're fine. But you don't automatically fail
I'm sorry.
a death saving throw.
22.
So if you fail, you take 22 fire damage.
And I take 11.
If you
Were
pass,
you
take
already
11.
down when you got hit with the fireball?
Yeah.
So you take 2 fails.
No. It's only criticals.
Oh,
Take damage as 1 if you take a critical hit.
I'm down 2.
You're down 2.
So I'm down 2.
Who's left?
You.
And
I'm sorry, I did that wrong. Take that damage back.
I don't think it'll let me take that damage back.
Well, make it.
What were you up
if
before
click
the
on it,
attack?
you can add the.
Did I take that away? No, I still get that, right? Yeah.
Yes, take the death saving throw, fail away. So the shadow that was facing against you actually just stands still and just looks at the group and does nothing. And Brother Rin's shadow, which is dead, does not go. So back to your turn,
oh,
Professor.
sweet. I'm gonna pull out my stool, have a seat in the stool, and your move, Shadow Hobart.
Give me an insight check.
Is it because you're unconscious?
Wait. I don't know what my insight is. I'm gonna assume it's gonna be it's 11.
Okay. That's not
So I
what you
shouldn't
do.
heal you?
Your character doesn't figure that out.
Maybe I should.
Seriously?
You still think it's hostile. It takes an insight check to actually realize what your player has already realized. So act like it's hostile. What would you do?
That's difficult.
Right?
Okay, so it's just me and Shadow Hobart left, and then Shadow Old Lady's standing still.
Yes, there's just the 2 shadows left. Yours appears to be conjuring another wave of water to drop down on everybody. Yeah, good thing. I remembered that. I'm like, wait, I forgot. There's an important feature to this fight. You guys are gonna figure it as everybody dies.
That's what. Just 1 second. Okay. Take a Constitution save throw, please.
Ah, fail.
You're levitated. You're going that way.
He just kind of floats away.
Make sure you can't get in range of these guys. Just 30 foot for the thing, and yeah, push.
How
him
far
out.
can you-
I think it's 20.
You lift him up 20 feet. Can you actually move him?
Oh, it's vertical. You're right. Let's go up 20.
Okay, so we'll still
Is that
be in
gonna
range.
save anybody from this wave?
Nope.
You just make it
Wave is
harder for me to
120
hit
feet.
'em?
And so, but it's not. Don't worry, it's not your. That's your turn. So Garrett, what are you gonna do? So there's the shadow that's near Mrs. Detwater, but if you want to, right now to you it's still hostile.
Yeah, yeah.
There's two more shadows.
Well, which one's closer? Whose
The
shadow?
Mrs. Detwater shadow.
Are they within 30 or 40 feet?
40 feet, yes.
So my Morningstar can get there, and the glaive will almost
Work
get
its way there?
Yeah.
Okay, so Morningstar goes to Mrs. Detwater shadow. Attacks.
Ooh. That's 20 and 25.
Both hit. How much damage?
15.
15 total?
Yeah.
Okay, the shadow does not dissipate. Mrs. Detwater, death saving throw.
Fail.
Oh crap, you're down.
Was it a 1? Yeah, you forgot. She was down.
It was an 8.
But you didn't roll a 1.
Nope.
So you failed a 1. So you couldn't- Brother Rin, you're not down. What are you going to do?
But I'm prone, right?
Yeah, you're prone. Oh yeah, so you were prone. So did you want to stand up?
Does that affect? I mean,
It would have affected the attacks to make them disadvantaged. So we'll say that you stood up.
whoa, no, because like my hand's flying.
Doesn't matter. You're prone. So you
Yeah.
make your attacks at disadvantage. Because remember, you're controlling the hand through it. I know
Oh,
it feels weird.
Oh, right, because I make my I see. So,
What do you roll? No, don't roll. Just stand up. What do you want to do?
but then I wouldn't have been able to get there.
Ah, you're right. Okay. So yeah, roll both attacks again then. So they both hit. So let's just see if they both hit again.
Okay.
Because it's disadvantage, right?
That would have been 15.
It's a miss. What's the other one? No.
No, they both missed.
Those 2 dice rolls were you making both of those attacks at disadvantage.
Oh, sorry.
We know that they both hit. So if you roll and
So
they
you
both hit
rolled
again,
an 8 for one and a 3 for the other.
so they both miss. So you actually did no damage then. You understand what
I
I did there?
see, yes,
I had
yes,
to
yes,
roll
yes,
the
yes.
additional die for each of them because
I
we know
get
they
it.
both hit. So all I had to do is roll both of them
Right.
again. We don't know which damage was with, but we could have just randomized that. That's fine. So yeah, so you're still lying on the ground. What are you doing?
So I'm going to get up and move away from these guys so that I don't get caught in the same crushing wave again.
That'll be tough because you use half your movement just to stand up,
Yeah, that's fine.
and you're all grouped together in the middle.
I'll still try to
Okay.
get 15 feet in a awkward direction. I'm gonna cast Spare the Dying as my bonus action on.
With the range because of your domain. Okay,
Yeah.
so you're stabilized.
Yeah,
And what's the action going to be?
for my domain,
1
it
HP,
goes
right?
to ranged, and it also goes to a bonus action.
Yep.
And then as my regular action, I'm gonna toll the dead on.
On Mrs. Detwater's
yeah,
or on?
Detwater.
It definitely fails. So 2d12 damage.
8.
8 total?
Yep.
Ah, okay. Oh, you hear a gong, and part of the shadow kind of fades away, but the shadow is still there. Professor, there's a little tiny shadow, all of a sudden turns its wave, and also you look up and you see this wave just right on top of you. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
I don't think that's possible because I was very far away from him.
120 feet. It's only hitting you. You weren't more than 120 feet away from him. You're currently 70
I don't
feet
think
away.
120 feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not 70 feet away. I thought it's 30 feet. It's 30 feet, Matthew.
Nope, 120 feet. Look at your sheet. Because I am.
It's 30 feet, Matthew.
Look it up.
I feel like he's
Oh,
staring.
wow, that's 120 feet. That seems ridiculous.
Give me a dexterity saving throw, please. Sir.
I failed.
Okay, so you're knocked prone. And you take 23 bludgeoning damage. Are you still conscious? Wait, I can check.
Yeah, I'm fine.
You are. Ultimate power!
Where were you, Hobart?
70 feet away from that.
Okay.
So, yeah, you're pretty far away from you.
Yeah.
Actually, no, the shadow. Yeah, that he's far away from you. The shadow is about 40 feet from you.
Okay.
So then the other shadow that was near Mrs. Detwater just kind of stands there, takes the hits, and doesn't do anything. Professor.
I'll float him up some more and run away.
Okay. How far can you go?
You know, 20 feet.
What's that?
He's 20 feet up off the ground. So he's 40 feet up now.
Okay, and then you're going to move and dash?
No, that's one of those would take something. It's gonna take my action to move him up, I believe.
Okay, so he's now 40 feet off the ground. I think he'll move 30 feet.
Keep moving away.
So you're 100 feet away now. Almost out of range. Garrett.
Of what?
I will.
Oh, no, you were knocked prone, so you only move 15 feet.
You have infinite spells. That's lame.
You think, Garrett?
I will stand up and
You've only done 2, remember?
move the
He's
glaive.
done 3.
3 tidal waves?
He's done 2 tidal waves and a thunder step. I keep track of what I do.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what he
And-
does next.
So the glaive will bonus action to attack, move, attack.
The shadow.
The
that-
shadow.
Are you
that
standing
one
up
shadow?
now?
Yeah.
Okay.
For yay, enough. 25.
Yes.
That is the D10. 8
Looks very close to death.
and
Smack it with one of your hands.
yep. For
It's dead.
24.
It's dead. Only had 2 hit points left.
Can I get my hand 40 feet to Hobart?
Actually, yes.
Then
Yes,
it'll come in and swing at him. For
You're
a
swinging at Hobart?
Why are you hitting me?
No, you mean
No,
swinging
like
at
the
Shadow.
shadow Hobart.
I know you
Okay.
Why are you hitting yourself, Professor? Why are you hitting yourself?
That was a 21.
21's a hit.
Divine Smite.
Oh boy.
Oh, you're dropping bombs.
Level
Somebody's
1.
gonna carry the party.
Obviously.
13 radiant and 9
Nice.
piercing.
It's not dead. It has barely taken any damage so far. But it's now leaking lots of shadows. Okay, this is Doubtwater. You're unconscious.
Yep.
Rin. Brother Rin, what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna run back to Mrs. Doubtwater now and cast a heal on her.
Okay.
I'll burn a second. No, I might as well go for the big time here, right? I'll burn a 3rd level Cure Wounds. So that maxes out because you're at 0, so 29. Hit points.
So currently 85 feet away. You lucky duck. Oh, wait. Yeah. You're good.
And that's it.
Okay. So you're next to Mrs. Doubtwater?
Yes.
So then the little tiny shadow looks over at you and goes, and a little glob of acid appears over top of both of you. So give me a dexterity saving throw. You're going to have disadvantage on yours because you are currently prone.
Dexterity?
Dexterity!
Not 20.
Oh, wait, no. We're not doing that one. But still dexterity saving throw.
13.
All of a sudden he's... No, this one. This one will hit both of you.
They both
What'd you get?
13.
Fail?
22.
So you pass. So you are taking
I get +6. Or plus
7 damage.
3.
7.
You're 13.
With 13 what?
13 plus 3 is 16. It's DC 50.
It's dexterity saving throw.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's +3.
You're 13.
No, he rolled with
I
disadvantage.
rolled with disadvantage. It was a
So
10.
One die, so 13. Sorry.
Yeah, I rolled.
Okay, so you failed. You took 7 acid damage.
7?
Does that knock you unconscious again?
No.
Okay.
Did you feel like he's not near me at all, within 10 feet of either Garrett or his hand?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's within 10 feet of you.
He would have got +2, but...
Oh, then he passes. You don't take the 7 acid damage.
Oh, okay.
Congratulations, you rolled out of the way. Thanks to a little of motivation from Garrett.
Floating hand, go.
No, not because it's floating hand. You're right next to him.
Because of my body standing there.
The 3 of you are standing together still. You haven't really moved
Right,
far.
that's
Like,
true.
You kind of ran away, then came back. The 3 of you, he's like, just...
I'm just standing there handless, like, thinking really hard.
Drop him!
Okay. Okay, your turn,
Bad.
Professor.
Slowly around. I'm
You're
just
85
running.
feet
I'm
away.
I'm running. I'm done with me.
All right, so 145 feet.
I'm
away.
done with
He's
me.
the worst.
Okay, these are Garrett. What are you gonna do?
Smack, smack.
Go ahead.
Nat 1 and 14.
14 is a
I
hit.
think that hits me. Yeah.
Excuse me. Sorry. I just realized I did that right into my mic.
We will...
Pretty early in the day to burn all your spell
I know.
slots.
I'm just gonna keep it normal, I
How
guess.
dangerous can me be?
For 10.
Okay. Shadow is hurting pretty bad.
I have one more glaive attack. Can I get there?
Yep.
Okay. For 17.
It's dead. Only had 2 hit points left.
And that was the last attack, so it's gonna have to come
As
back.
the last shadow is dissipating and you're running away, you see the crowds all of a sudden close in on you. Everything goes black.
Yeah, we're going back.
And a minute passes, and you all wake up inside your apparatus. And now you can see that the bauble has been pulled through the umbilical cord and is now tinked onto
In the
ground.
bag.
Why do we keep doing this?
We're gonna find the right one eventually. I'm also
Eventually.
I'm closing the front porthole, bringing up the side one, retracting the legs. They're gonna float, and I'm gonna sit here for an hour.
Take a short rest.
Oh yeah.
We're short resting?
I'm not piloting for at least an hour.
But you showed them all how to pilot.
Yeah.
Well, I can do that.
I need a rest.
Yeah, like
We can wait an hour before we go off to the next globule. Okay.
What is wrong with your hit points?
what do you mean?
It keeps disappearing very quickly.
Yeah.
Mind you, so does mine.
Can we rest?
So just because you'll never know this, if you had passed the insight check, you could force the shadow to not do anything. So you either if you go unconscious, or if you realize that you're fighting yourself, you can, because even though you were running, you still felt it was hostile. So it felt you were hostile, and so it was acting that way.
So
So if you literally
I
just
ran away
thought,
from it,
hey,
that's
my friend,
hostile.
it would be
You're
your
just
friend.
like, hey, I think that's me, and you basically spent your turn trying to. If you said I'm going to talk to it, or he did the whole action of channel, like something where you're investigating. I'm like, make the insight check. If you pass it, which you didn't, then you'd realize it's you, and then you can just be like, I choose to do nothing, and that actually turns off the shadow. So the whole round could have just been that. Oh, did we lose a signal?
Yeah, we lost one of the signals there.
I think I know why.
Okay.
Can we short rest everybody?
I'm voting for a short rest too.
Short rest.
All right, it's easy. Oh, what happened to the cord? It's not plugged in anymore.
It's good now.
It just
Okay.
Does it still say it's not
it's
plugged in?
the battery.
But I thought it's plugged in.
It is. It's one of the cords that.
Oh, it's a little janky.
Yeah, there.
Okay, yeah, short rest passes easily. Go ahead, take a short rest.
Can you do
Whew, that was hard.
Unless you're using it.
I'm so thankful for D&D Beyond though there, because I had you're all part of the campaign, so I could just click the campaign thing above your names and then.
As
switch
soon as he
between
said the
names.
shadows and everything, I saw you like reading it. I was like, huh?
It's not hard to figure out a lot of things as players, right? It doesn't mean your characters have figured it out.
Right,
That's the tough
exactly.
part. That's the tough part, right? It's role playing it where.
That's the
10.
10.
Okay. Oh, you're doing your short rest stuff right now. Remember, you only got half of your hit dice back from the long rest.
Why?
That's another thing D&D Beyond's nice about tracking. Is
You don't have to worry about all those little things, right?
Right.
As long as you remember to check them off when you use them.
Yeah.
Okay, so you find yourself back. You're in the apparatus. You're still in the middle of the Colosseum. Where to, Gumshoe?
Just keep swimming.
Oh.
Keep swimming.
How's everyone looking after that rest?
I'm fine. I'm good enough.
Me too.
I would like to pilot to the conservatory.
I'm alright.
Unless
I got
anybody tells
36.
me to turn left instead of right.
Well, while we're over here, are you gonna go here?
I just tried
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, that's right. I said. We're gonna go
To the observatory.
To the wall.
Oh, I should open.
But
the
remember, the Augury told us there was. Well, I got no reading. So.
It's gonna be good and bad.
So you head into the goopy part of the
hatch.
observatory,
Yeah.
and you don't find anything
Is
after
there a way
searching through.
to dock into the dry part of the
Yeah,
conservatory?
totally. You can have it climb up the walls.
Oh, wow! Let's play with that for a while.
Yeah, it can't climb very well. So if you try to do anything like really high off the ground, you might run into troubles. But you can use it to kind of grab on the debris and pull it out of the
Okay.
ooze.
Let's take a look around the conservatory. I mean the
The
observatory.
observatory, the
Observatory! Telescope!
telescope, telescope. That was fun. Okay. Okay, so you crawl into this place, and it's ruined, abandoned. You can tell that, yes, it was an observatory. You can see There's a library in it as well. A thorough search of half an hour reveals nothing.
If I look through the telescope, what do I see?
It's
not what it's
broken.
called.
It's broken.
Telescope.
The telescope is broken. You could probably spend a couple days here and fix it.
Couple of days, eh?
No.
It's a big telescope.
Get back in that.
It's
Get back in the
broken.
crab.
Back in
It looks like it hasn't been used for a long
the
time.
SS Randy 2.
But there was nothing neither good nor bad about
Go
this
first, mate.
building.
Okay, Captain.
Strange.
We're back in the
Yar.
SS. We are not pirates!
Was the whole point of that just to be like the most obviously laboratory-looking one for anybody who just beelines it there? Just nope.
Alright, let's go check out. We're going to goop our way down to the under-gooping area of the guest area.
What about this goopy thing?
Yeah, we're going to get there.
We're gonna go with the
But
tall
this
one
is-
first.
This is the yellow one first.
So we're gonna do a building by building search. I love it.
Is
Sorry,
this-
point to it. Point to it.
Is this Umu?
Ooh.
Omu. Eddie. Ooh. Okay.
Oh boy.
So.
You know, I'm not feeling it. Let's move on to the next one.
DM's like, ooh.
So you come in here,
Just a
and
little.
you find that this is another temple. And it's actually worshiping some unknown devil that you don't recognize. And as you're looking through, you see this huge colossus statue of this enormous devil with enormous wings. It all seems eerily familiar to you, but you can't quite put your finger on it. It doesn't look like Asmodeus, but it looks like a big, daunting devil like Asmodeus. And one of
I
the-
have a
and
pretty
this-
good religion.
All right, give me your religion check.
Okay. 16.
No, you don't recognize it. Not with 16. Sorry, I was about to look it up for you, but
Can I assist him on that?
so he just looks at it, and you're like, "Let me help you."
Yeah.
No, look at the wings.
Because we're talking like, you recognize the wings? Do you recognize the
Fine, give me advantage. Give me advantage. Give me advantage.
Probably should
Oops,
be
you
making this.
No, dude, I only have +2.
Oh, you only have
Nope. No, he didn't.
definitely the 16.
I think it's a bay.
I don't think that it's a devil at all.
It's just a man with wings.
It's definitely.
How did he grow those
I'm,
wings?
I'm proficient at religion as well. Can I attempt it?
It's
No.
Uncle Frank.
Because you're basically all helping each other, and that would be advantage, right?
No, I'm not for him. Like for my own role. I know. Okay.
No, I only have one person do the roll.
Gotcha. Okay.
Like, because if 3 people are all making the roll, then
Eventually, someone's just going to kill
As
him.
we go in
like
here,
it's better for them both to make the roll than for him just to help him.
Yep.
So what I prefer to do is just if there's something like that, then if there's more than one person looking, then somebody does it with advantage.
Gotcha.
So yeah, as you look at the statue closer, though, you notice one of its eyes
is a bauble.
is a bauble. Is a bauble.
Clink.
Oh, we're gonna have to fight that.
What?
No, stop! Oh!
And you hear yourself go, "Stop!"
There's
You
some
feel
that are
yourself-
obviously should not be.
As you find yourself descending,
Looks like Team Rocket's blasting off again.
descending, descending. And all of a sudden, when you wake up,
I don't think this is the right one.
you're still inside of the apparatus, but all the windows are shut.
You freaking idiot.
Does it feel warm?
It does.
Everybody, real quick, put your faces real close to the windows. Ah! What do they see?
You see
Fire.
fire and brimstone and volcanoes. And you close them?
Oh, yeah.
All right, so I can't continue to explain it. And lakes of fire. And you see, when you look up in the air, you can see all sorts of flying creatures going around. They all seem pretty far in the distance. And when you look over, you can kind of see what looks like a city made of metal and fire and furnaces and inferno. It feels like you've
This could be the laboratory.
an automatic passive religion check. You feel like you're in the 9 hells.
All 9 of them, eh?
Yeah, in the 9 hells.
So you're a tour guide here, aren't you?
I've never been.
Have you been here before?
I've never been here.
Can you maybe talk
I am
about-
also fluent in Inferno.
Well, on your left, you see a freaking idiot.
I think this is the one of the. You guys don't talk, like, at all. Just. This is you.
Oh dear.
If we really are in.
You're doing the thing where you're talking.
He's gonna be like a beacon.
Hi.
You stay in the crab.
You really
You
want to go
stay
in there
inside.
alone?
This is Randy.
Hey, you actually find that inside of this, that you've been beached up, like you're in a little lake. There's a lake of lava, like a boiling lava, and you're currently just at the edge of it, like teetering at the edge of it with on the
Air
rock.
conditioner's holding up.
No, it's definitely getting warm.
Okay.
It's getting toasty.
Shall we purge this level of hell and get out of this bauble?
Just clear it. You're feeling a desire to clean it all out.
Exactly.
You're feeling a little nervous that somebody might spot you and notice you and recognize you. So what are we gonna do?
Well,
Let's just open up that back hatch. How hot is it out there?
As you open it up, yeah, a wall of heat comes in. It's not so much that you can't breathe or survive, but it's very hot. And that smell of sulfur.
Let's go kill the thing or make friends with it. I'm just gonna start walking out. Openly, I'll follow.
So you walk out and you enter like this barren wasteland. Off in the distance, like far, like miles away, you can see this infernal city.
As we step out, Garrett wants to spend 6 seconds using his divine sense.
And what?
I can detect celestial fiend and undead within 60 feet.
Okay.
Guess which one you said? Oh, hold on. Well, I can take him too. I think I have the same power.
As you step out and you like turn on that aura, and you get this overwhelming feeling.
Right, your pants really wet.
But 60 feet, you don't detect
It's not huge,
a particular creature, but you can't help but feel just an aura that just kind of, as much as you walked out boldly, all of a sudden you kind of get hit with this
Yes,
sudden
that was nasty.
fear. Give me a wisdom saving throw, all of you.
Everybody gets +2 if they're within 10 feet of me.
21! Too dumb to be.
24.
12.
15.
All right, the two of you cannot leave.
Which two? These two?
They failed. You both passed.
Great.
Both of you feel incredibly afraid, and you can't bring yourself to leave. So while you are currently have the frightened condition, and it's going to last for a while, but you can keep. You can keep. Well, at least you don't. You can try it again in a
I'll
little
just
bit.
I'll drive behind you.
Oh! Can that thing keep up with us?
Sure. It's got a movement speed
Alright,
of 30
back
feet.
inside.
I
Let's
can-
just walk it.
But you can't fight when you're inside of it. The thing
I
can
got
fight.
claws.
Yeah, the claws can
I
fight.
Hmm.
can neutralize one of their fears.
No. Let's just start exploring.
Okay.
Okay. And then as they kind of don't want to come out, and you guys are talking to them, all of a sudden you hear a roar behind you. And you turn, and all of a sudden, for you, when you're looking back, your neck just all of a sudden gets that ding spider sense that something's within 60 feet of you. That
Awesome.
is a fiend. And you turn around, and there's this huge,
Have we seen it before?
hulking monster. It reminds you of the statue, with a whip-like tail and enormous wings. And it currently wraps itself around itself like a cloak.
It's a
Armored scales cover its body, and its fanged maw drips of venom that you assume can lay the mightiest mortal creatures low. And it just kind of moves forward. It looks like
Do you know
This.
Asmodeus?
Okay.
Great.
it looks
How
like
tall is
this.
it?
Oh, great.
Probably like 15 feet tall,
Okay,
Almost.
that's not that big.
10 to 15 feet tall.
That's not that big.
It's not that big.
Isn't that big?
Second,
15?
second here.
You're up to its kneecap, maybe.
Roll initiative.
No.
Well, I got a 20. We're gonna talk our way out of this, right?
Are we all back in the crab?
You
No, the two
don't
of them are
upset.
The two of you are out, seeing this happen, and the other two are in the crab.
Okay. Mr. Paladin, the reasonable.
Yeah, he's gonna be reasonable in the face of demons. That's for sure, right?
Smite it down.
He's got no spells to do so.
This is true.
Use them on the shadows.
I got 3 spell slots left.
Oh, okay.
Have faith, little friend. Have faith.
Well, I'll be fine. I'll teleport 3
Okay,
times
20 or
after.
higher.
Boop, 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 23.
15 or higher.
15.
10 or higher.
14. Always.
What'd you get?
9.
What is with you today?
Oh,
I just don't want to go first.
I'd love to go first.
It's like I'm much more of a reaction.
It's currently 60 feet away from you guys. Professor Hobart, Nibsel Bumpkin.
Yep.
What you gonna do?
Hello, good sir, friend. Any chance you guys what it is? Because if you're not, we're looking for what's his name? The gnome's name, the evil gnome that we need. Qualish, yeah, him. Qualish. You Qualish here? We're here to find Qualish. Nice to meet you, by the way.
All right, give me a persuasion check. Let's just see how nice you are.
Which stat is it? Charisma?
Yes.
Yeah.
15.
You rolled a 15? It is a 15. Okay. You kind of see it just standing there, and it's currently holding... What is it holding?
Mace?
Yeah, a gigantic mace that's bigger than any of you. Okay, so it's just you can see it kind of like stomping forward slowly still, but it's not its turn yet. Mrs. Detwater, what do you do?
Okay. So
You are currently cowering inside of the machine. Is that correct?
I thought I was outside.
No. Which ones of you failed the...
No, it was them who failed.
Yeah. So you're inside your side of the thing. So I want you to give me another wisdom saving throw before you do your turn. Remember, you get +2 to it.
Jeez.
If it's an
14.
odd G's, it's probably a fail.
14?
Yeah, fail. So you're stuck inside. You cannot willfully move closer to this thing, even driving. the
Can I get
machine
out?
Closer. No, that would get closer to it. You can see out the back, and you can see it approaching. So if you get out, you're getting closer to it.
Darn it. And I can't speak out of it, right?
You could try, but you're 10 feet into the cylinder.
Okay.
But you're incredibly frightened right now, so talking to it is not something that you would probably be doing.
Okay. I'm going to do nothing.
You're not going to attack?
Nope.
Stay inside the safety of the SS Randy.
Nope.
So you're just kind of cowering in the back?
Yeah,
Do you want to close the hatch? Or do you want to leave it open?
I'm going to leave it open for potential escape. I had a really fun idea, but apparently I'm afraid. So, yep. There's that.
You're screwed.
Oh, I'm sorry. You're not close enough to have to make that save. So you pass it now.
Oh, okay.
That first one was legit, but now you've passed it. I just read. I'm like, whoop, nope.
Oh, okay.
It's 60 feet away right now, so it's too far for
Okay.
you to feel the fear.
Okay, so
That first fear was from something
I
else.
can exit?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to exit. Can I make eye contact? Or is it it's way too far, right?
60 feet away.
So I can't.
15 feet up.
So I'm going to say,
Like you could look at its eyes, but it's pretty far away. That's not going to see your eyes. They're just going to be...
all right, I'm going to say, now you listen here. If you come any closer, I am the herald of Asmodai. And if you come closer, he's going to come down here or up here, and he's going to smote you back to whence you came.
What if that's Asmodai?
You want to do an intimidation check?
I do, because I get advantage to this.
Hold on. Advantage for what reason?
Actor or something?
Nope.
I thought you get advantage for disguising yourself.
I get advantage.
I'm trying to pass. Yeah,
It's not every intimidation check and every persuasion check. I think it's specifically to try to pass yourself
pass yourself off as another person.
There's a reason I get advantage. I'm trying to find it. 1 second.
Here. What do you hear? I just want to do it faster this way. The iPad wouldn't load.
I know I get advantage on.
Yeah, you
I know I get advantage on deceptions.
you got from this?
Yep. I get advantage on charisma, deception, and performance checks when trying to pass through. So, as a different person.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what I was saying, because you're not supposed to have a flat advantage in deception and performance.
What
all the
am
time.
I
this is
deceiving
not-
that
this
I'm a
is-
herald of?
No,
Asmodai?
you're not deceiving or performing. You're intimidating.
Okay. I'll +7. I'll try it. 17.
So we got a 15 persuasion, 17 intimidation.
Can I add a D4 to that for willing my god for guidance?
That you're using your action to do what you're doing.
Okay.
Because that was much more than a free talking thing.
Okay.
But 17 might be good. Garrett! You're standing firm, you don't feel fear, and there's a fiend in front of you, and these two schmucks are trying to talk to it. What are you going to do?
Be cool.
He's baiting you.
This is his inner monologue. Let's just...
You were just born to be cool.
As much as he grips justice, but he looks more at forgiveness. And then back to you guys. Realizing this might be a better play, and he will pop his Emissary of Peace.
Okay.
giving me +5 to my charisma saves. Or, sorry, charisma
checks.
persuasion
Yeah.
checks.
And what do you gonna say?
The old lady speaks correct. She's an emissary of Asmodai. You must listen to her, for he will come. I've seen him.
I hope this is not him.
Give me a deception check.
Which is not persuasion.
You just try to deceive him.
This is him!
That can't be him.
Give me
Because he said a fiend, not a devil.
14.
14. Deception.
Smart. Got him.
You got this, Rin!
All right, Brother Ren, you're not feeling as afraid anymore. You've
I
only
didn't think
slightly
that
wet
through.
your pants, and you're currently inside
Okay.
of the.
We went with a lie, a persuasion, and intimidation. What do you got?
Is love in the air?
You can hear all talking, and it's kind of like slowly moving forward still. This is a big mace, and it hasn't said anything yet because it's got the lowest initiative of all you.
How good is your animal handling?
Hate that kitty purr.
Oh, jeez.
Or what sleight of hand? Let's try to
I can just walk out and hit it with something. Right?
You sure could.
Like all this has failed. It's
You
still
don't know that!
You don't know. It's
We don't know
failed.
it's failed.
This could be the
It
Randy
hasn't
of
had-
the Nine
actually,
Hells.
I actually rolled a 6 initiative for it, so it goes after all of you.
How dare you?
Oh, dear. I'm gonna step out
It's
of
an
the
illusion.
the back of the device
Okay.
and the apparatus, and I will ready a guiding bolt.
If what?
If it attacks one of us.
Okay, so if it goes to attack, or if it actually connects with an attack.
No, if it starts to attack.
So if it comes close enough and like goes to swing, or does anything obvious that's an attack.
No.
So if it's not obvious it's an attack, you won't guide the bolt.
That's right.
Got it. Okay. Okay. So we had 3 attempts. If 2 of them pass, maybe it won't fight. So here's what we're gonna do. In plain view of everybody, we're gonna roll to see if they pass. We're gonna start with the 15 persuasion. So I have to roll higher than 15 for that to fail. So I'm basically rolling a random DC for that persuasion check. So we'll start with the persuasion check of whatever it was that you said.
I don't remember.
Yeah. Anyway, so 10. It's a pass. 1 more has to pass. Let's do the deception one first because it's low. It's only a 14.
And it could have been so much better if I wasn't a dingus.
I'm gonna +5 persuade
And then
deceive.
Got him! It's not my best call.
Your
guys.
choice, not mine. 14.
17!
17. And finally, we got 1 success and 1 fail.
Is it getting
7.
insight against the deception? Or?
No, this is just me rolling random
So we
d6.
Okay,
said the
okay,
right
fair
things.
enough.
That would have been a 19.
Yeah, there's
and
no
it would have
modifiers to
passed.
this. So intimidation is 17. So if I roll an 18 or higher, then you're all in trouble. It said 18 and it rolled to a 4. It stops, stares down, moves forward another 10 feet. It unfurls the wings, woof, woof, making it look even more intimidating than it did
I
before.
opened my coat.
It's not your turn.
Oh.
You had your turn. You could have opened your coat in your turn, but you didn't. It made all the difference. And
Plus
then
1.
it kind of like drops the mace to the side, kind of like
Clear an attack.
It's like-
I shoot it.
it's like, and it just looks
stuck in the
back,
ground!
and then all of a sudden, all of a sudden, this rumbling roar comes from its mouth as it looks out at all of you and says, "Get out of my domain!"
Okay.
And it just stares straight at each of you. What are you doing, Professor? In your turn,
I'd love to. How do we leave? We just came from your temple. How do we go?
so you're just gonna stand there and say that?
Yeah. Want to go? I'll leave. I'll get back in the tube.
Okay, so you get back in. This is Detwater.
We will. And go back in the tube.
Garrett.
Good day, sir.
He's gonna kick the tube in the
Red.
wall.
Got him.
He's going to football punt us.
We don't know how to go back.
Is that what you say to him?
Get in the tube!
Get in the tube! Can I grab him with the pinchers?
Get in the tube! Get in the flask! For those of you who
The
catch
tube's
that
trying to walk
reference.
away. Catch up.
Get in the tube!
Get in the staring down.
The
He's
tube.
gonna stand there.
Garrett, get him.
We don't know how to go back.
Get in the tube! You freaking idiot!
Okay, so on its turn,
You freaking...
it drops.
I just lost!
We're on your side, demon.
turn, it drops the mace. The wings just flap once, and in one single move, 60 feet, he lands right next to you, and he grapples you. Give me an athletics or an acrobatics check. Or just allow it to grapple you.
Yeah, no, I love it.
You allow it? So you're just standing like, I don't know, get out of here.
I want to
And
get
it's just like, "Gah!" It picks you up. He shoves you in, taking 14 bludgeoning damage.
Well, that was rough.
And then you see it look in, and it goes, cook, and then
And
it
throws
cook,
it off the wall.
and it just hucks you into the lake of boiling lava.
Saw that, yeah.
And it just lands in, and you can feel the heat, and the walls heat up, and they just turn orange. And as you kind of look out and it's landed sideways, so you can look out the hatch and kind of see it standing there. Just turns around and goes and picks up his mace as you sink into the lava. Darkness comes around you,
That's funny, Jared.
and you find yourself back.
He was pretty pacifist. He was pretty
You
cool.
find yourself back in the building where you found the devil statue to begin with.
Oh my goodness.
I'm gonna use the claws and start attacking the statue a little bit.
It's going to break apart the statue. Yeah, it takes a few minutes, but you can basically crumble it. And then the bauble is now inside of the apparatus with you.
Okay. These baubles fit. Did we try it with the glove?
Yeah, they're too big for the
Okay.
glove.
You just want to look around this guy's temple? The
No!
There's no upper floor for this
First
one.
mate Ren,
Okay.
It's
you,
just
can you take charge of that lever, the little ball grabbing lever?
Also, we're over here now. Okay.
You don't trust him?
Let's go inside this one.
The green and blue one.
You guys going to have a conversation about this, or are you just going to
I'm already piloted there. No, told me not to.
So you're starting to pilot which way? You should have fought him.
Not another one. No.
What?
He's just a CR-20 creature.
Not bad.
It's a pit fiend.
Pit fiend.
It's horrible.
We not take that.
No.
Why did you get in the tube?
We go nowhere. Get in the flask. Get in the flask.
Okay, where are we going? Point. To the green-blue building?
To the wall.
To the wall.
Now Matthew's saying.
So when you go into this building, it looks like it used to be an aquarium. Except obviously now it's an erect.
I need two controls.
There's all sorts of aquatic animals that have been glassified that are just suspended inside of the ooze.
If
And
there's a bauble here, you don't touch it.
you see
I
you see
prefer
glass
glass
sharks or glass sharks. You see sharks.
Sharks.
The wicked smart.
The wicked smart sharks. Anyway, you see all sorts of little glass fish, and as you're kind of going through, you can't help but bump a few of them out of the way. And eventually, you find this enormous giant squid, and the eye of the squid
Is it more globule?
is a bauble.
Yeah, good.
You grab it.
Oh yeah, I already did it.
Oh, come on!
Okay, so you go to do
This
it.
is the last one, I swear.
As you kind of roll like again.
So you're just like, I'm just looking at it, just looking at it, just looking at it.
What are we gonna do? Not grab him? Get over it.
It's like the Power Rangers adventures. We fight the putties. Queen Beryl throws her thing. The monster freaking enlarges, and then we fight it again.
I think we're gonna fight a giant squid now, friends.
He's starting to pick up on a pattern here.
Freaking frick.
Then why would you? We need to find like a device that looks like a laboratory.
Or like a gnome.
Would it?
Yeah.
Would it? Oh, that's actually
Yeah, that's it.
reasonable. He could hit his laboratory inside the squid.
Flicks you in the head.
First man, get him. Is this a mutiny?
He's probably up here.
As a cleric, I try not to say this very often, but I hate you.
I legit hate you.
And I will not heal you.
Okay, so once again, the familiar sensation of the blackness overcoming you, and all of a sudden the sounds are dampened as well. And actually, I've got one for this.
Ooh. Under the sea. Under the sea. Right, no accusations, just friendly crustaceans under the sea.
We fighting a giant sponge. Bibs.
Dibs?
You want to? All right, it's all you.
Man, I can use it to clean things in his house.
And you find yourself
And it's a better conversation.
in must be deep in a body of water. This is dark.
Lights are on.
So you turn on the headlights, and as it shines out, you can see all sorts of rocky formations.
That was gonna be a big eye.
Yeah, that's 100% what I thought. Shut it up! Shut it up!
And yeah, so you're just kind of sitting there.
All right, let's just start
You're,
sailing.
you're obviously deep in the water. This thing you can hear like.
Are we getting crushed?
That's what it feels like.
Let's pull up a little bit.
Yeah, when you kind of start to pull up, you look up and you can't see how deep you are.
The abyss.
So you're just slowly moving up.
Yeah.
You're just gonna spend all your time moving up,
Oh, up this way.
like on a diagonal.
You can't just go straight up.
Okay. So you start to go, and you're just passing. You can see fish go by. You even see a couple sharks. At one point, about 5 minutes in, there's this huge whale. Just kind of slowly goes by. As you keep moving up, 10 minutes passes of you just kind of moving your way
whale.
through all this. Speak whale. Somebody give me a percentile roll. One of you now.
Do it, Jeremy.
Jeremy's counts.
80.
Okay. You just keep moving. And it's just more and more ocean wherever you go. You continue on your path.
Should we go back down to where we were?
Might be it.
Let's just stop a minute. Do we feel like the stopping?
No, you can hear that.
The creaking?
Nothing's burst through yet.
As we look through it, it's just more ocean, more black.
Yeah. You must be so ridiculously deep that you are at the
As
point
long
where-
as we're not leaking, I think you're okay.
As soon as Brother Rin says that, you hear a little.
Oh.
All right, let's go.
And it's just a little pinhole.
Instead of this,
It's just water kind of.
Oh!
instead of
No,
this,
mending.
and you mend it.
and we're gonna go. Oh, nope.
You're just gonna go straight up.
Yep.
All right. So as you go straight up
Not too fast.
for another
He goes to
five
bends.
minutes later, all of a sudden,
Mending.
Okay, stop. We're going up, Matthew.
yeah,
There's gravity.
there's gravity.
Is there not gravity? We're still the bottom of the tube, right?
Yeah. Hold on. What?
What? We're going up, not down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll
You
make
mean
sure.
pressure?
You need pressure?
I think he's trying to think we're going the wrong way or going deeper.
No, you're going up.
Okay.
Mending.
That's right. Still doing it. I was confused. There's gravity. I'm like,
We know which way. We know which way is up.
Yes.
yeah, of course.
It might,
Okay.
it might
I'm not
work.
saying you're actually going down.
Okay.
That's the one direction that you won't get confused with is up and down.
Unless
All
it-
the other directions you
Yeah,
see.
I was saying, unless it works in reverse in this magical world.
Yeah,
or
maybe.
this
Yeah, you might
dimension.
deeper. Yeah, you never know, right?
Anybody know anything about
Colin, give me
ocean?
another percentile roll. 10 minutes has passed.
51.
Okay. So you keep going up. No signs of it. Like the ocean bottom you were pretty much at the ocean bottom at the time. That's disappeared. You keep passing more and more sea creatures. Still doesn't get any lighter. And now there's been more and more of these popping out. But you're slowly having a hard time keeping up with the mending.
If like she's mid mending and another one pops, Garrett will like at least put his hand up for the time
Alright, so you're gonna do that.
to
So-
try to like seal as many
These
as
are
I
the
can.
controls I've been using to drive. But right here is the handle for the back hatch. And you're seeing this.
What are you even thinking?
Usually the way
What
out.
is wrong with you? Take your hand off that!
It's usually the way out.
That's
No,
how you.
it's not
That's
usually the
the
way out.
permanent way out.
Like,
Don't you do it. Last resort, but not now.
get my hand on it, though.
Yeah. That's you.
Oh no!
Okay, so over
seriously?
now you've been traveling for 25 minutes, and at this point you can't keep up with the mending, and it's taken both your hands, and now they're coming faster than you can. The water's actually started to build up. It's only about half an inch.
No, you don't.
Careful, you know what I do.
I know.
You did it. You guess you did it. Crush, and you all suffocate. Yeah, so you're actually having a hard time keeping up with them. The mending is slowing down the leaking, but even going straight up. So 30 minutes passes in total. I want you to give me a percentile roll.
Going up, does it just fill like the back
71.
Well, you're not going like this. You're
Oh,
going
right.
this.
Oh.
Yeah, you're not driving up. It's magically
I guess that makes
getting more
sense.
points. So
71.
71? Okay. All right, so The leaks start to get more and more extensive, and it's filled up about 2 inches. You're about 35 minutes in at this point.
Should we start drinking? Oh,
It's salty.
Yes, you should start drinking.
grab right
This
now.
is the time to take that up.
Drink it using your mug.
Oh.
And then 40 minutes has passed. There's about 3 inches of water in the bottom now. You're sloshing around, mending as fast as you can, trying to cover up as many as you can. You give me a percentile roll.
Did you win? You
You have to.
1. Holy cow!
There we go.
Really?
Yeah. And as you keep going, all of a sudden, it stops. And as you look over at one of the portholes, you can see one of the portholes is totally blocked. You can't see through it. And on the other side, you see another porthole is totally blocked as well.
What the front?
The front is not.
You drove us into something.
You can't see what it is because it's dark. And it's actually quite dark in here. It's almost pitch black inside and just the light's coming
So
out.
we're like in between. So, okay, so we can try to drop down.
It just doesn't budge.
Are we still leaking?
Yep.
If
About- it's
history
about 4 inches deep now.
If history repeats itself, maybe the statue that we've run into is the.
Can we retract the
squid-
legs?
The calamari.
The legs are already retracted. And you're
Leave
swimming
the
around.
legs out.
And you try, but you find like it grinds, like some of them get stuck as they can't go out.
Claws?
The claws come out just fine.
Can they like push us anything?
They're only restricted to the front, right?
So there's 3 portholes on the side, and they're just what do we see? Like
Well,
is
there's 2 on each side.
Okay, 2
and
on each
the
side?
2 in the back are blocked, so you can't see.
What about the
Because
lights?
it's dark inside.
The lights outside.
oh, you just turn some light on. You have lights.
Yeah, turn on the lights.
I installed some when I was in the building.
Why don't you turn on the lights? You have access.
Okay, so you turn on. So somebody turns on a light source on the inside. So when you're looking at the one porthole, you're seeing suction things stuck to it,
Okay.
and then they all of a sudden start to move a little, and you realize it's some gigantic tentacle that's holding you in place.
You drove us into an octopus.
Dinner.
Can we fight it while still in this?
I'm trying. The closet's doing this.
Do you have any magic that can be cast out of it?
Probably not.
Oh, can I use? No,
Wait, how?
my illusions outside. of it?
Hold on.
Sure.
Yeah,
As long as you can
It's
see.
within the range.
Can I toll it?
Yeah, you can see it.
Why are we? It could be a friendly talking to.
Was the last time we got?
How many times has that been said in your lifetime?
Okay.
He's gonna give
How
you the
much
tentacles
does
of love.
How much does the
No.
SS Randy weigh?
500 pounds.
How much can I carry?
Not 500 pounds.
You sure?
Yeah.
Can it make me stronger? Any spells that increase strength? Because I can teleport up to my weight with me and the whole Randy with us.
But then it's also them too.
But they're inside of the Randy.
Yeah, but they still add to the weight.
Oh yeah. Well, we all jump at the exact same time. I'll leave them behind.
It blinks away, and they're just like.
Oh well.
I'll toll it.
Well, I can use
Well,
like major
All of
image
a
of
sudden,
a
you hear
really...
another thump, and the other 2 get covered, and you can see it kind of slowly wrapping around, and you can hear the and more of these holes start to gush out. And in fact, one actually starts to gush. You start to mend it, but the water is now at 6 inches deep.
You know, the last
Are you gonna call it?
time, the last time,
Yeah.
Okay.
the last time we
Let
were
us
crushed to
know.
death, we exited this place.
What is it? A wisdom saving throw?
Wisdom, yeah, DC
Yeah.
16.
24.
So what?
Well,
The last
Doesn't
time
appear
we
to
were
be
crushed
affected
in one of these. We exited it.
by your tolling.
Remember when we were in another dimension?
I think we opened the hatch.
I say we just did.
Okay, here's the thing.
If really that's your plan,
Time out. Like, let me leave my character for a second. I'm literally thinking it's 50-50 party wipe or it's a solution.
And you can all of a sudden hear this low grumbling sound.
Like, if nobody thinks there's anything, I'll do it.
What
do you wanna just start,
what
like-
strange languages do you guys speak?
Infernal and the other one.
Speaking of
Abyssal.
languages,
Abyssal.
Abyssal
and then
and Infernal?
I also speak Celestial on top of that.
I think I speak gnome.
That's it?
I'm double checking.
Gnomish.
dwarf and elf. I'm calling.
So those are normal ones. So Infernal, Abyssal.
No, I speak abyssal
Celestial?
for some reason.
You speak Abyssal?
Yeah.
Abyssal? Okay. So it's Infernal and Abyssal and the Celestial? So the 2 of you all of a sudden can hear this grumbling is going on, like this low roar. And the 2 of you all of a sudden hear that roar manifests itself inside of your head.
Oh, I speak Abyssal too.
Why the heck do you all speak
I speak Abyssal, Infernal, and Celestial.
Oh, you were saying in addition
Yes.
to what he said.
Yeah.
You were trying to one-up him is what you're telling me.
A little bit.
Okay. So the three of you,
Yeah, but you had to learn yours. I just knew it.
as you hear this
God.
grumble, and all you hear is, lunch.
Oh, I thought you said love. I'm like, I can make you love with major image.
And as it
Try
does
to
that, you
squint, lady.
see this huge maw in front of the whole thing.
Is it a bee?
And you're staring out at an enormous kraken. So
Wait, so
that kraken construct that you fought, that thing was like a miniature version of what this
Gotcha.
thing is. This thing is probably 40, 50 feet long. It's got all these tentacles currently wrapping around.
I try to
And the maw is currently opening up and
push the
slowly...
forward. Push the forward. Push the forward.
How about reverse?
No, as soon as it
Why
it'll
not?
go
And it-
right
it's
into
moving-
it.
Yeah, we installed NOS. We put NOS.
Well, we're going forward?
Or noose.
We want to go forward. First base is forward. I need your controls.
And you push forward. So all of a sudden, you actually slip out of its grip because it wasn't expecting you to move in that direction.
Oh.
And you just enter its maw.
Yes,
Yes,
keep going.
And you just push forward, and you can feel the thing all of a sudden closing around you as it closes its mouth as
Punch
you
the claws.
enter
Claws out.
its
I'm gonna grab the
tentacle.
little gonger as well. I'm gonna grab the gonger.
His
The
uvula.
gonger.
You know what I'm talking about.
His uvula.
I don't think he has one.
I don't think Krakens have.
There's gotta be
uvula.
something I can grab.
Yeah, you're definitely entering some sort of throat-like area.
Get the claws out and dig your way out.
It's softer on the inside, right?
Claws are not doing this.
So they're just
Go full Drax.
yeah. I shall cut it from the inside because it's not as thick. It's like-
Stomach acid.
Now we're in the middle too. What we find?
Well, the gelatinous cube's acid didn't hurt us. I'd be
true.
more worried about like his gut kind of crushing us.
Yeah, so you pull out the claws and just start ripping into it. Give me an attack roll.
That's ridiculous.
So the apparatus is attack roll.
7. I don't know what I'm adding to that.
Actually, give
Call
me
it 10.
with advantage. With advantage.
18.
18. Okay, so you managed to grab. So you're kind of scraping across. One of the claws grabs onto something. You're not quite sure, and
Back a tooth?
yanks. No, you're inside of its throat. There's no
tooth?
teeth down there.
It's
You're past
got
its
a
mouth.
beak.
Yeah, it's
It's
got
a
beak
squid-like.
anyway.
And the throat teeth.
Yeah.
Learn biology.
It's throat teeth. So you
There's
grab
throat
You
teeth?
grab what
This is a joke, right?
Hobart thinks is a throat tooth, and
I grabbed his gonger throat tooth.
just yanks it out, and all of a sudden you can just hear the, and you stop moving forward, and you feel yourself moving backwards, and boom! And you're just all thrown to the front, and you all tumble forward. Everybody, give me a dexterity
my-
saving throw. Dexterity saving throw.
19.
Plus 2 from me.
Oh, 21.
21.
21.
To 5.
6.
Okay, the two of you just fall on your face, and each take
I'm almost taking damage.
That's why.
7 bludgeoning damage just from like getting thrown. The two of you managed to take half of that, so you only take 3 bludgeoning.
I think I
damage.
landed on justice.
Sorry. And you just all of a sudden are propelled at a fast speed, just like spat out like a watermelon seed. And as you can kind of see the light, you see the dimming of this enormous creature just staring out at you as you come back, and it fades as it goes out of your sight. And everything fades actually, and you find yourself back in the aquarium. Stink. Bauble falls right next to you.
We're doing well. We're doing well.
No, we're not doing well.
We're doing well. Whoop. And we're sailing.
So wait, were we just in this green place? Or were we in the tall place?
The green
What
one.
is this one?
Wait, we just came from there.
Yeah, that's where they were. That's what I just pointed out.
You guys want to go right to the king or the furnace?
Go to the king, and then we'll go to the furnace.
I think the furnace.
Hold on. Break the tie.
Hold on. You said furnace, king?
I said king, furnace.
I said king or the furnace. They said king. He said furnace. We're going to the furnace.
Hold on.
So you're bringing it back?
What did you
Well, he didn't say, so I rolled it out.
gonna say
Where we
king.
saw the guy crafting the baubles.
I want to go to the king. No, that's probably where Qualash is probably in the stat, like in the scepter. Yeah, is what I think.
Oh.
You think so?
All right, guys. Here's what we'll do. 4 plus we'll go to the king. 1, 2, 3.
No, just go to the king. Go to the king.
All
I've changed my mind.
right, we're going to the king then.
To the wall.
Before we had a chance to think, I got that little scepter.
The what? You're not even there yet.
Oh.
I'm healing myself on
It's
the
like
way.
a 30-minute travel time. You're like on the opposite side of the city. You healing yourself?
On the way.
I didn't know there was things that could happen in my
Do you have that, like, you don't have that
I'm
clear
new to being a
praying thing that heals?
Can I have the sailor
No?
back
I
on
don't have
the
that
thing now?
memorized.
Because you've driven this thing
Or
around for
does
a
the
few
whole
hours.
party? It's like
I'm a sailor
minute,
now.
Yeah.
I think it's
I
appropriate.
should have. It was dumb, but
Do you have any music? Like a track?
We didn't install the 8-track
Do you
player
need
on
heal?
the SS.
Yeah, you
Randy
should have.
2.
That's
I'm
the
not
next
great.
version. That's the Randy 3.
you're better than me.
So as you're
I
going,
went to my
you
own
pass
shots.
through the center area, right? Keep going. You're right around there, and you enter this huge marketplace. And you can see there's all sorts of vendors buying and selling, except their statues and the stuff they're buying and selling is all glass. But you can't help but notice as you're passing through the market that one of the pieces of fruit that is held out is another bauble. You can stop them.
I just want to lay on hands myself before we do this.
I want to cast blindness on you.
All right, I'll be reasonable. Yeah, I found one. Heal up.
Don't cast blindness because he's gonna pull the wrong lever.
12 seconds have passed.
Open up the
Shoot
back.
us at the back.
Open up the back and the ooze just comes in. And that would be a TPK.
How are you for health?
I'm good.
Health?
I'm good.
And I know
I'm burning 20.
I'm healing
of
myself
my
again.
30.
Well, that's as good as it's gonna get.
Do you have any potions?
No.
I have nothing like that, eh?
Oh, I've got one potion of healing.
It's good to know.
Oh, D4 plus 2? 2D4 plus 2?
Might need to get somebody up. Okay.
When you say somebody,
You
why
doing
not?
it? See,
Doing
the
it?
little
Doing
umbilical
it?
cord
Nobody say
thing
no?
goes out,
And
grabs the fruit, and in a flash of light this time, not black, and all of a sudden you're overwhelmed. You're now standing in the middle of a lively market, not in this city.
We buy stuff here.
And you look around, and there's vendors everywhere of all sorts.
I hate
Food
markets.
vendors.
I hate them.
Hold on, let me get the other binder.
No!
Oh,
and
Open
every
that hatch.
I want you to give me a history check.
Are we standing there or are we in the...
You're not in the apparatus.
We're not in the apparatus.
Give me a history check.
16.
And anybody else proficient in history?
I am.
Then do it with advantage.
That's better.
18. 17.
You recognize this. It's a very famous place that you never thought you would ever be able to visit. It's Sigil.
Yeah, this is sigil.
This is the city of gates.
There's gates here. Wait, what?
It's a realm that that connects to tons of other realms. It's a magical place, and it's created this enormous city full of all sorts of species, and it's
All of the realms of the
Kinda
cosmos
stuck
come
up on
together in like a
things.
big wheel.
yeah, and that Sigil is right in the middle of it.
At the center of it all.
Yeah, and so you can see this superbly arcane city around you, and you can see it. The gravity goes in different directions in some places, and the buildings are pointing out in different directions. It's huge. It goes for tens of miles in every direction, and you're right in the middle of the busiest market. There's thousands of people in here, and as you look around, you can see there's a line of shops here. There are all sorts of merchants peddling all sorts of exotic wares
What about weapons?
and weapons
Maybe armor?
and
How
armor.
strong are you?
And infinity gems?
Probably somewhere. If you ask the right
Plate
person, you'd find those here.
No plate for Rin.
And as you kind of, after you get over the initial awe and you turn around, in between the four of you, you see your glass bauble just sitting on the ground.
Okay.
Wait. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. Can we...
Now you don't want to touch things.
I don't want to leave this place.
You like it here.
Carry it with your mage hand? Perhaps?
Maybe not. Maybe a couple of people just stay here and watch the thing on the floor.
Okay.
And a couple people go shopping. You're gonna be one of them.
It's in the dirt. Someone else could pick it up.
Let's stay here and don't do that.
You're like thronged with people right now.
Oh.
Like
Oh,
you're in the middle of a crowd. Standing
Pick
still
up
is
Mage
hard.
Hand? I don't want to leave. Mage hand?
Mage hand didn't activate it before,
Okay, then we'll mage hand it.
so you pick it up with your mage hand.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do with it?
Put it in my backpack.
You've noticed. You've done enough experimenting that as long as it doesn't touch you
Okay.
personally, you can put it in a bag.
Okay.
Dear,
It'll be
keep
fine.
it in front of you.
Could
just
you
in
could we
case
have picked it
there's
up like dog food, like the reverse bag? And then...
Yep.
Oh, okay.
That would work too. You've noticed each time it's when it's touched your skin or when the apparatus activates.
Who knows what kind of
Is it-
urchins would steal
Is it
this
safe
from
to assume
I'm pretty
we're
observant.
going shopping now?
Yeah.
Alright.
This seems like.
Good place.
Yeah, you all of a sudden it's a breath of fresh air too. Like the air is It's full of all sorts of scents and odors, but there's something just invigorating about it. Like you haven't realized how stale everything is that you've been around. That you now are just in the middle of life. You'd fit Harinburg multiple times over in this entire city.
All those trinkets we were supposed to bring back to Brickboat?
Yeah, we're
gone.
Oh, what do y'all have for
Sorry, we're selling them all.
What's that?
what do y'all have for loot?
You, I think, marked the majority of them
Yeah,
down.
I had that Crown and Scepter still, which I don't think we should sell. I got plenty of tinker things, but we have the necklace, the bracers, the rings.
Basically,
I got some scrolls.
Basically, as you start to, I'm assuming that you're starting to explore, you can almost buy and sell anything
Anything?
here.
Okay.
And I'm talking about like anything. So you can get the regular gold value for all the stuff that you've found so far,
Okay.
and you just ask, and I'll tell you
Okay, so what
the
about
cost of
How
things.
much money do we have?
How much money do we have?
Because after this, we will have none.
Exactly.
Like even just within
I have 4,000 gold
5-minute
worth of
search,
stuff.
you find an alchemist that sells potions. You find an arcanist who sells
Before we sell
basic
that,
magic items. You find
we
food.
have
and-
4,000 gold worth of loot here. Before, and then I have some spells, or sorry, some scrolls.
Probably got maybe the gauntlet appraised.
I was gonna say, like the Fitbit, the calculator, the boots I'm wearing,
Or our scroll.
wallet, your weapons,
The
the,
GPS map.
cursed weapons,
Cop.
the cup. You're right.
The boots that I'm wearing, the ones that make footprints.
Can we find the value of all this and trade it in for gold?
Yeah, we're not going to.
What do we want to buy?
We can,
Let's
we
find
can,
out what we have.
we
and
can
then
spend an
we'll
entire session role playing every last shopkeeper, and that would be really fun and cool. That's not the point of this.
Here comes the Oregon Trail portion of today's session.
Yeah, exactly. So what we're going to do instead is one of you is going to roll for the negotiations, which will determine the value of what you will be getting.
Highest charisma. And guide yourself before you do
Unfortunately, yeah.
negotiations.
I stupidly burned my stupid thing.
Yeah,
in
the
a
plus
stupid
5
way.
to your persuasion. It's a persuasion roll, basically.
Exactly.
And
Plus
the better
4.
you roll, the more money you will get.
Unless we take an hour here, because if I short rest, I can get it back.
Do you have that kind of time?
I have no idea.
You don't know how much time you have.
Let's not risk it.
You have a funny feeling that if you touch the bauble, you'll be returned to where you came from. That's the only time you've ever gone to one of these where there's a bauble.
Maybe we can take a long rest here.
After
There
we
are
do the
inns.
shopping.
There
After
are
we do the
inns of
shopping.
lowest quality to the
But did we want to like
utmost richest
we
standard.
could try to wait for an hour and then I could get my channel back?
Not worth it for a +5 roll, in my opinion. We just get sent back.
Now you're not due for a long rest though, so you'd have to stay here for the rest of the day.
Well, it'll take a while to shop and sell and buy and.
Sure will. You're gonna be
You
here
can
for hours.
you can
Easy.
be now actually. Oh, it's hard to say. I don't know.
I can be what?
Are you okay? You want to just take the short rest real quick then? Get the +5 of that roll? No, is it your roll or somebody else's roll?
It's me for 10 minutes.
He's already +4.
No, I get +5 to my additional, so I get +10 to the roll.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah.
But it only lasts for 10 minutes?
Yes.
Okay, this is more a
Oh, we're
general
going- yeah, we're
persuasion
going to a
check that
roll,
you're doing
yeah.
for hours, or at least an hour.
Oh.
So it's not just one roll. You're not talking to one guy.
Would it be safe to assume that they could work together doing this then? A couple
You
of
can
charisma
definitely, because you're both so good at it, I would definitely allow it to be with advantage.
people? Advantage and guided?
Yeah.
Because you're gonna like.
I'll guide myself.
Yeah,
and-
because it does only last for 10 minutes, that one.
Yeah, so that
And we
I'll
were
say
getting a lot
because
of
of that, if you want to rest it and burn that, I will give you guys advantage. So we'll let it roll for advantage with that.
Okay.
So, but you'll have to short rest and burn that challenge divinity again.
Okay.
Or
Is
whatever it
that are we able to do that? Is that
Were we able to? Yeah.
okay?
Easy.
So-
you can even find a good establishment to get drinks, and which will cost you minimal compared to everything that we're going to be
So
doing.
I'm thinking about the things you need, but
So short. I'll just
And you
confirm
can also,
short rest.
yeah, because you're going to have to short rest it. So you guys all take a short rest in one of the local establishments, and you notice that it's populated with like every race mingling together, even ones that you wouldn't normally see. You see even orcs. You see, you swear you saw a mind flare at one point walking by, but maybe not. That would be a little extreme. But yeah, so you take a short rest. So go ahead, you can short rest it up. And then give me the persuasion check with advantage. This will determine
I'll
kind of your
reburn that.
modifier.
Guide.
This will be your barter check, basically.
I'll burn that. Yep.
And you
So-
can guide it, that's fine.
I'm adding what +2 to this?
Well, no, this is
you're-
your persuasion.
you're. You probably.
Oh, what the heck?
You're fine.
What are you base?
What's your persuasion? What is going on with your iPad?
Persuasion +4.
Really? You're +4?
Yeah.
I'm base +5.
Well, that
Oh,
he's got the guidance though on
he
himself.
can.
Oh
somebody
yeah,
else, though.
but he can guide me.
It's
True. Yeah,
It's
sure.
better
You
to
can
go-
go ahead.
all right, so you do
go
it.
ahead and do it
I hear.
with advantage.
How you-
Don't
You
roll
just roll the
d10s.
d4.
Yeah.
And then I do the d4 or you do the d4?
You do the d4.
19.
22 and plus 5. So 27.
Where's the +2 coming from?
Hmm.
Is that a 16? Oh, that's an 18.
Yeah, sorry, that's an 18
Sorry.
and 4. And then
Steve.
I have plus 5.
What?
You can't add right. You just can't see right.
Oh, it's gonna happen.
Yeah, it's fine. Okay, so nice and high. So you're gonna get a good modifier for all of this. So, what would you like to sell? We'll just exchange it for
We'll
money.
start going through. Let's go through the crap stuff first. We have that Fitbit. Is that any value here?
Yeah, you'll get 100 gold for that.
And do we want brick bow or 100
Basically,
gold?
all those useless items,
Yeah.
they're 100 gold each.
Okay, how many usually
But
do we
that's
have?
what
Let's-
Brickbow wanted, stuff
Yeah.
like that.
So 100 gold or the Fitbit for brick bow. So brick bow.
Brickbow might be dead
It's true.
Why would you assume that?
No.
So
because the island might have been fallen by now.
Well, then we failed.
That would be a very,
But we're alive.
be a very
Oh,
sad
that
end.
was little. I threw my actor ability there. Forgive me.
okay, so what do we have for from those mundane crap? We have the calculator, the Fitbit.
Oh,
The
there's the,
Stein or the mug.
That's not nothing.
the shoes.
That's
The,
not nothing.
the ones with the footprints.
Yeah, that's not nothing.
Sorry, what do you...
Like, okay,
You want to
so
keep that?
Yeah, those are not.
yeah,
the,
I'm talking about the weird
items.
mechanical things.
The stuff that you found that's clearly
technology,
modern
yeah.
technology.
Oh, like the batteries and
Oh,
stuff?
Not
the
the
No,
batteries.
it's like the Fitbit.
We have a
the
bunch of the
calculator.
staffs.
Yes.
You've okay, not the stats. Because the stuff you're talking about,
Yeah.
you've got the Fitbit, you got
Yep.
the calculator,
Yep.
you've got the gauntlet,
Oh, okay.
and you've got.
I think
Do
they're
we think that doesn't?
for 100 gold. We're probably better just to leave them for Brickbow.
I'm with you on that one.
And it's
So hang on to
honestly,
those 3. Okay. Okay, now the little crappy mundane things. I have that Stein of like you drink and you don't get drunk.
That's a common item.
Yep.
So you're going to get 100 gold pieces for it.
We don't care about that. Use that for anything.
Nope.
All right. So Stein's gone.
The GPS map that shows our footprints.
That's another one of those devices. That's 100 gold pieces then.
We're gonna hang on.
So those are the ones that
Okay.
Brickbow is very interested in.
Okay, we'll keep that. Okay.
Okay. We have the shoes with the footprints.
Yeah.
What's that do?
I can change my footprints.
Okay, if somebody can have items open, just tell me the rarity.
I don't know how the rarity.
Well, we don't.
yeah,
You guys
because
don't-
I can
Yeah,
just
you
do
do.
it in here,
They're
right?
called the
Equipment, manage equipment. So what am I looking up?
well the whatever boots. have
What are they
the
called?
stealth-
What are-
I can't remember what they're called.
What about the mechanical boots I just picked up that are the things?
Those are the boots of striding.
Yep.
So what's the rarity of that?
Brutes of striding and springing is a uncommon.
I don't know.
So you're going to get 500 gold for those.
Okay, we'll take the 5.
I don't know how to look things up on this.
What's your medical equipment?
I always write it down. I don't put them in.
You have the boots of false tracks.
Yes, that's
so
it.
common.
Common, so that's 100 gold.
We don't. We want. Okay, get rid of them.
Are you getting rid of the boots of springing and striding?
I think so. Right? Nobody saying no to that.
I don't really see an issue. We have these
Yeah,
hands.
you easily find a shop run by a Modron who is very interested in those.
We also have all those.
I don't know. How much are
mine.
those things worth? I don't want to give them up.
I'm keeping mine.
You find that they're not working right now, by the way.
Oh,
Oh, interesting.
If you try to make them work,
I'm
here they
keeping
don't.
mine.
I'm just saying. Okay.
So to everybody else, they just look like fancy bracelets.
We have these
High
2
tech.
cursed weapons. Do they have any value here? How much?
Right? Yeah, the fact that they're cursed doesn't stop them from being valuable. So those are the. No, I got it here.
Okay.
Those ones are. That one. Where is it? Yeah, they're worth a lot. The one that Rin has, that he's currently attuned to and does not want to give up, is worth 20,000 gold pieces.
And the other one?
And normally there would be an entire adventure to find a place to sell that.
But this is the place.
Wait, this is the place.
Wow.
How about
But
the
he's
other one?
cursed. He will not give it up.
Yeah.
but mine.
Your same thing.
20,000.
They're both worth 20,000 gold.
Well,
You just took a short
we're
rest.
just
You
gonna-
still have that spell memorized, right?
I'm not casting that on myself.
Oh, yeah,
I don't
you
want to
can-
get rid of
Can
it.
you come
That's
over
right.
to
He doesn't want to
good.
get rid of it.
Can you? We could do some quick praying over here. Coming to the church with me. I need some praying. I feel that I need some praying right now.
But you can't do the restoration.
No, I know, but he has to come pray with me at the church.
And what's that going to do?
Doesn't matter. Come with me to the church.
I know what you're doing.
Yeah. Come on! Church things, let's go!
It's actually probably worth looking
You're
at
not
the
interested-
churches in this place
So,
do look
hey,
like,
you better,
honestly.
You better do
You're not
this thing.
interested. You're not.
I'm done with
interested
this guy.
in
You
faith.
do this.
You're not interested. In
Go,
faith.
go, go.
But it is.
It's a lie.
Yeah, he got me. He knew it. I was lying.
Are you not interested to see the churches in this place, though?
Remember
The
the
chapels,
penance
places
about
of
the
worship.
thing? Remember-
This
remember-
place is so wonderful.
Remember he brought somebody back to life in the penance thing? You go make him do the penance thing. Go do the thing.
Depends if it's bringing him back to life.
When you copy spells, is there a chance of failing and losing the scroll?
Yes. When you're doing from a spell scroll, yes.
I suppose
From
we
a
can go and
wizard's
see
book,
if
you just pay it
Kalina
and
has
you're
a
good.
temple there.
What's the
Right.
It's an arcana.
See what
check,
it's like
you
in
can-
this foreign land.
And it's based on this level of the spell.
They can't possibly
The
know me.
not Infinity Gauntlet.
That's only 100 gold. That's one of the items that you
20,
don't want to
yeah.
get rid of, you're saying.
The one we don't know. Okay. Yeah. What about the staffs? The shooty staffs.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You work on that.
We have 3.
I'm gonna ask around and see if there's a temple of Kalina in town.
In a gigantic city? Yeah, definitely.
but before I
you'll find
walk away
a
with
temple
that-
to everybody.
What?
But you tend to.
What?
You've been excommunicated from
Do
those.
you have one with
temples,
scrolls?
Well, that's what I told him.
No, he has them. But the church can go do it for you.
That's why. But I'm
Here's some
gonna.
money.
I haven't
pay
really
him.
talked about this yet, but I don't really need to go to church anymore.
It's just not for him.
I think you work on that. Get him there.
I've heard this before.
No, we're
I'll
not.
knock him out.
We're not going for our own services, but merely to spectate, look around. I don't think we'll ever be here again in our lives. How could we miss the opportunity to see those great churches?
I'm intrigued.
You see.
Those ones, they're
Maybe not Kalina though.
worth 1,000 gold each.
Maybe your temple.
Okay.
1,000 gold. each.
We will
How many do
see.
you have?
Three.
Olera commonly does not have temples. But would there be a temple
Who?
to my god here?
Does it not normally have gotten temples?
Yeah, she's definitely a lot lesser.
Oh, you'll find.
Like tertiary.
You'll pretty much find.
Everybody?
Yeah, if you spend enough time here. Now, it's a
Okay.
huge city, so you're talking about adding hours to your time here. But it sounds like that's what you want to do anyways. Like, I wish this is a whole adventure in itself.
I know. We can spend,
Yeah.
We need a whole section here.
Yeah, but this is why we're trying to
Yeah.
just abstract it. Like, it's not doing the place justice. This is one of the most. This is like a level 15 plus place to come to.
Which is why, like, even if we weren't trying to do some sort of scheme, I feel like the paladin, the cleric, might want to go look at the churches because it's going to be cool.
Well, it'll be some of the biggest churches.
Mm-hmm.
Most opulent place.
They're trying to trick me into a room of church.
I know what they're doing. And you're probably fully aware of that too. You're not dumb. You're not feeling up to your normal standards of smartness, but you're not dumb.
I'm gonna stay in the city.
But I was wise enough to know that, like, I figured out how to get rid of yours.
Can anybody use
But you didn't feel attached to his.
Anybody use a remove curse scroll? Or he can.
You have to have it on your spell list.
Do you have that spell in the paladin?
I don't.
Do I
Greater
have
Restoration,
that?
you mean? And
Or
wizards
they're
definitely
not
do
remove
not.
curse?
No, it's but Greater Restoration will do the remove curse
There
as
is
well.
remove curse, isn't there?
Yeah, it's a
Yep.
cleric spell.
That's what
though.
I cast to get rid of his.
Yeah, wizards definitely don't have that.
What level is
The
it?
cleric stuff that has to do
he
with
might.
healing and restoration. That's
Oh,
like
I
that's
can't remember
most of the
their
stuff that's
levels.
not on your list.
Do paladins have third level spells?
Eventually.
It just has to be on your spell list because if it's on
Oh.
your spell
Is
list,
it on the paladin spell list
Let me
though?
check.
Not
You might actually have it because of your.
Ooh, that's
subdomain.
also true. Because of my paladin status.
okay. What else do you want to sell while they're looking that up?
I think that's the last. Is that the last of the stuff?
You've also got like the general trinkets and stuff. I'm not sure how much you want to keep.
I
wizard
have a
brick
total of that, $1,500.
Okay.
That's awesome.
it is a
You're
paladin.
You're
gonna
gonna
find-
find so that's
available
worth
for
2,000,
cleric,
'cause you rolled
paladin,
pretty well,
warlock,
you're gonna find
wizard.
better
It is.
buyers.
You can cast remove curse.
I can cast
Wizard?
remove
You
curse?
cast
I
remove
thought
curse?
so.
But not greater restoration.
Remove curse is cleric, paladin, warlock, or
But
wizard.
no, we're looking at greater restoration.
Oh,
The spell scroll.
oh,
is
because we
about-
already have
I
the
don't-
scroll.
I don't need the spell scroll. I need to buy a remove curse scroll and go.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
So how much that cost? How much that scroll cost?
What level is
Third.
3.
Third level.
So that's probably an uncommon spell scroll.
Is just searching stuff on the equipment, is that just
It'll help you.
is that just scroll?
Spell scroll.
Okay.
And it should tell you the level and the common. But I got it right here, I think. Oh, one more page. Spear scroll.
Did we get anything from
Yeah,
the
third
Bongo?
is uncommon. So to purchase one of those,
Anything more?
Gauntlets.
I don't know anything else.
you could buy one for about 300 gold.
So I'll just drop 300 gold and move that curse. Picked one up. Went up behind him and did the
Yeah.
thing.
You don't want to like.
You all of a sudden feel the relief and the disgust towards the blade that you were holding the polymorph blade,
No.
or the purple lightsaber, whatever. Basically, polymorph
so-
blade.
Purple lightsaber. That's what it is.
This was garbage.
That's like the worst one.
The Mace Windu saber.
Mace Windu's got his hands
So-
cut off though. Then what good did it do him?
So maybe we can.
Well, he didn't do it.
Can we maybe
Don't
do
you
the
talk like that
buying?
about Mace.
We do the buying in the next session. Maybe we can spend some time, figure out what we need to spend. We have so much gold that everybody's gonna be able to get anything they want.
Well, we got some.
Within
Let's
reason.
just do some right now. We got a few minutes.
Okay, I just don't. Well, okay, you're gonna want armor.
Plate.
There's 18.
Plate +1.
How much? is that
Okay,
gonna
how
cost?
much gold do you have right now?
Okay.
I didn't even think about magical plate. Holy. All of the ACs, please.
Yeah, how often do you just get to shop for anything? Welcome to the wonderful realm of sigil. Yeah, plate costs 1,500 gold, which is we'll be buying stuff at its value. It was more the selling
A
value.
rare item is what +1 plate is.
How do you
Oh,
search for
okay. So
items
rare.
in
So +1 plate.
column?
So you have almost 49,000 gold.
If you go to the equipment tab and manage equipment.
So is rare is +1 plate rare?
yeah.
So you're looking at adding it'll go from 1,500 gold to about 7,000 gold then.
That's a lot.
Sorry, 6,000 gold. 6,000 gold.
But okay, so shield +1 is what? 300 gold, 500 gold.
Wait a minute though. If we sell both of our weapons for 20,000, then we each have about a 10,000 gold piece magic item spending budget.
Yeah, like there's a lot. Like there's tons.
How much is per person? Sorry, Jeremy. How much did you say per person?
Well, it was
You'll
be able to
20,000
find-
for
here's-
each of the weapons we
here's
had.
what we
Now,
have.
before you go too crazy, you can find common and uncommon, no problem. Rare is okay. Very rare and legendary, you're not gonna find those easily. It's gonna be a very low chance that you'll
We're
actually
gonna
come
need
across
basics,
those.
right? We need some potions for sure.
But honestly, legendaries will cost you 50, 80, 100,000
I'm
gold.
gonna need a couple.
Out
of
of our
scrolls.
price range.
I'm gonna need a couple of scrolls because my spells aren't that helpful.
What about one infinity gem?
Was what?
What about one infinity gem? What would that cost?
Did he say we can't get legendary?
You cannot get legendary, and you probably won't find very rare either.
Just looks up armor of invulnerability.
He's resistant to everything.
Well, if you're gonna.
See if you're gonna get an item.
So how's this working, kid? It's been a while.
Yeah, this is the rest of the session, by the way. Is shopping. It's because it's 4:30 now. We're pretty much out of time,
It's gonna be quiet.
but that's okay.
What is a
I
warlock?
forgot how to
need?
do. I did this before.
So maybe it's a better idea. You know what? We'll end the stream now, and you guys we'll keep talking right now for the post game, and then we'll make sure that at the beginning of the next episode we'll announce all the stuff that you
for
guys
sure.
decided to buy.
Yeah.
So, thank you for watching this week. We're gonna end in Sigil because that's naturally where we would end, middle of the Barrier Peaks, is in the domain of Sigil, which is an awesome place. But we're just gonna come right back next week. We are not playing. So there will be no episode next week, and then we'll be back to our normal Tuesday live stream schedule until this is done. Thank you so much for watching. Happy role playing.
Bye bye.